before all of it. I have the best chat on TikTok. I really do. You guys are beautiful. Not only are you guys beautiful, but you're beautiful people. And that means more to me than the outside. So I just want to let you know, it ain't your booty, it's your beauty. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started, guys. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We are welcome in. This is Sparring. This is Sparring. We're going to go ahead and get ready to get it kicked up. If you don't mind, go ahead and tap the screen, share the live. Let's go ahead and get the likes up. Let's get the likes up to at least 8,000 likes. I'll open up the panel. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. We are only looking for some debates. We got the little gift goal, which is the pink heart puffs. If we can knock that out a couple of times, it'll help push us out to the FYP. Let's crank it up.
You stepped in the box, now you're in the ring. Ain't no hugs here, you better take your best swing. Mike Hot, who wanna step in the flame? This ain't a debate, this a mind game. Facts type lies, get left in chain. One wrong word, get slapped out your name. This ain't TikTok T, this is war zone talk. No script, no filter, no safe walk. Bring stats and get scrambled like a glitch. I got fire in my mouth like I came from the pit.
Hey,
Step in if you dare. Truth hit hard like a punch in the air. Ain't no rules, no plan, no script. One wrong move, get cooked real quick. No cap, no shield. Better know your stuff or you get revealed. Step in, don't you wanna? Sparring with Santana. I don't care what you claim or your background. Facts only, if not, get clapped down. Whether you're left or right or you don't even vote. If your logic is weak, I'll sink your boat. You talk slick, but you ain't got source. Just vibes, that ain't power, that's force. I'm the test, the trap, the trip, the call. You slip once, I'm snatching it all. Yeah.
step in if you dare.
You dare. Get hard like a punch in the air. Ain't no rules, no plan, no script. Yeah. One wrong move,
Get cooked real quick. No cap, no shield.
better know your stuff.
Hey
or
there,
you get
Swan.
revealed. Step in.
Hey,
don't you
Misha.
You wanna sparring with Santana.
Oh, somebody got big feelings in the chat already, Charles. Oh, Charles, guess what? You get muted, boo-boo.
No plan, no script.
One wrong move, get cooked real quick. No cap, no shield.
Better know your stuff or you get revealed. Step in, don't you wanna sparring with Santana.
Hey,
Yeah. This ain't a
hey.
safe place.
Hey, Miss Love. Hey, that's in the chat for Swan. Let's go.
Sparring with Santana.
Hey, welcome in, guys. Welcome in, welcome in, guys. You know exactly what this is. This is Sparring with Santana, and we are looking for some debates. We're looking for some debates. So, guys, howdy, partner. Let's get it rolling, right? And I made a decision, right? I made a genuine decision. I want some genuine debates. I want some Trump supporters that are really here to engage with the background, not for the nonsense, right? You can find the nonsense anywhere. You can find the hooping and the hollering and the back and forth and being disingenuous. You can find that anywhere, right? You can go be as horrible as you want to be on other panels, right? But not here. Also, Big Lou, guess what? Democrats are all two-faced hypocrites. Cool. Hey, guess what, Big Lou? See, I don't know if you know how things work here, but MAGA, you don't get to actually yip yap in my chat. You don't. You actually don't. So, Trump supporters, guess what? You're gonna get silenced in my chat, and it's for your protection and your safety. Because listen, things that you say in the chat could be misconstrued. People could see something that you say and they could think that maybe you're a hateful person. And we know for a fact that's not you, right? So I'm going to give you the box, right? So if you're a Trump supporter, request up. If you're a Trump supporter, request up. Friendlies, please do not request up because we're not talking to friendlies. We are only looking for some debates. Only looking for some debates. So if you're a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you're friendly, tap the screen, share the live, do all the wonderful things. Guys, if you would like to support the live, you can do so. Pay links in the bio. Santana speaks for you. Best way to support the live, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Also, if you're over on the YouTubes and you want to send a super chat, you can do so with and that helps support the live as well. Sorry, getting that out of my lexicon. I hate Trump. I hate Trump. Give me money. Yeah, John, sorta. But you know what, bud? I do it better than you. All right. I do it better than you. But I'm gonna go ahead and mute you, right? And I'm gonna go ahead and give you an option to come up. There you go. There you go. So, guys, it's been a crazy week, right? 7,000 murdered in Chicago to 35%. Oh, okay, cool. Hey, Dog 34, guess what? Guess what, buddy? You don't get to yip yap in my chat. Again, I don't want to hear your statistics. Get in the box. Get in the box. I don't want to. MAGA's praying for you. Listen, if MAGA is praying for me, first and foremost, I'm going to mute you, and then I'm going to send. Oh, you can't even get a request to actually come up. Listen, get in the box. If MAGA's praying for me, then I feel like I'm in a worse place, right? Because it's probably in the same places where they keep praying for kids when it comes to mass unaliving, school pew-pewings, right? Are those the same thoughts and prayers that you just put me in? The devil is a Democrat. Maybe. Loving life. Guess what? You don't know Jeebus. He is not in you, and I just muted you. Get in the box. Get up here. Look, come on. Let's talk about Christ. I'll talk about that too, because again, Christians are hypocrites. I'm sorry, MAGA, you're hypocrites. You're not Christians. Can't hold a job because of MAGA work here and they fired me. I don't care, Justin. Actually, Justin, I don't even really care what you have to say. I'm also muting you, and you don't need to come in the box. Whatever. Like, that sounded weird, but Justin, I have no interest in you requesting up. So that's that. Things are getting a little weird. Donald Trump tweeted out today that he tweeted out a picture basically insinuating that he was going to, hey, W's in the chat for Purdy. Let's go with the pause. He tweeted out today basically insinuating that he's going to declare war on Chicago. Donald Trump, the sitting president of the United States, tweeted out a picture that insinuates that he plans on starting war with a city within the United States of America. That's troubling. That's troubling. Customs, are you a Trump supporter?
Hell no.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and drop you down. I appreciate you.
No. I want to talk.
Sorry, but listen, again, we are only looking for some debates. Only looking for Trump supporters. Guys, please do not request up if you are not a Trump supporter. We are only looking for some debates. I appreciate you. If you're friendly, do all the wonderful things, right? Tap the screen, share the live. If you want to support as well, if you want to get a message across, I'll read it out. If you send it, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links and the link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. Best way to support the live. Everything's accepted, anything's appreciated. But please do not request up if you are not a Trump supporter. We are only looking for some debates. And Trump supporters, when you get here, make sure you're ready to actually engage in the background. Yes. So like I said, Donald Trump tweeted out an image, and with the image said, we're going to show Chicago why it's called the Department of War. MAGA, that doesn't worry you. Anyone that's still supporting Donald Trump, that doesn't worry you. Right? I mean, I know Donald Trump said that he was the president of peace, right? And you guys ran around screaming, no new wars, no new wars, no new wars, right? And you even talked about how Donald Trump would put an end to the G-side that's happening in Gaza. Hadn't happened. You talked about how the actual Russia-Ukraine war would end. Hasn't happened. And now he's threatening war with Chicago. That was gross. Siren, are you a Trump supporter?
You keep crying, bro.
I'm sorry?
I said gross like you. You keep crying. Been crying past 9 months.
Sure. Can you ask
why
the
you
question
crying
before
so
you
much,
go
my
on?
guy?
All right. Are you a Trump supporter?
Why are you crying so much, my guy? Yes, I am.
Why do you have? Okay, that's all you had to do. Like, I'm gonna let you speak, and I'm gonna actually let you show your stupidity. But like, just
Why are
answer
you
the
crying so
question
much,
first.
though, bro?
We'll get into it. Quick question. Siren Bestie. That's a weird username. Can I call you? Do you have a normal name I can call you?
Nope.
Okay, that's
My
fine.
name is
I'll call you
confidential.
Fred. That's fine. I'll call you Fred. All
Nope,
right,
I don't like Fred.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Nope.
Fred,
Don't like
so
Fred.
got a question for you.
Nope.
Do you know
Nope.
who I am?
Yeah, you're a crying Democrat.
Okay, but yeah, more specifically, like, do you know me?
Nope, but I know that you're a crying Democrat.
Okay, perfect, Fred. So since you don't know me and you don't know what this is, give me a second, and please don't be rude. Give me a second. Let me give you, not necessarily you, because I don't feel like you would appreciate it, but you and everyone else, a quick introduction to who I am and what this is. Also, I'm going to go ahead and place you on mute just for a moment because I feel like your mom didn't teach you any home training. Let's get into it.
Teach you any home training, bro?
Welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this? Guys, welcome in. This is Sparring with Santana, one-on-one debates with Trump supporters. If you're a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you are someone that supports Donald Timothy Trump, get in the box. And when you get in the box, please try to have some emotional regulation, because honestly, I'm not really trying to argue, right? I don't want to argue with you. We can't argue. I just want to have an actual genuine exchange. So that means actually having a little bit of manners, actually waiting until it's your turn to speak, actually engaging in the background. With that being said, if you are not a Trump supporter, please do not request up, because I'm not looking to speak with friendlies. This is not late nights. This is Sparring with Santana. If you're friendly, do all the wonderful things. Tap the screen, share the live. I'm going to keep resetting the daily gift goal to these little 1 cent gift goals. And if we can keep knocking that out, that'll push us out to the FYP. Also, if you like to support the live, you can do so. Santana speaks for you. Best way to support the live. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. And over on the tubes, what up, YouTube? What up, Twitch? If you're over on the tube and you want to actually support the live, you can do so with the super chat, and I will read that message out. All right, Fred. You call me a crying Democrat. That's fine. I will engage.
Crybaby.
Sure, crybaby Democrat.
Wow. You need a bottle.
Sure, I'll engage with that. But Fred, before I engage with that, just have a quick question for you. Fred, are you there?
I'm waiting for you. What's my question?
Is this Justin?
Nope.
It is. You know how I know this is Justin? Because you have the same slack jaw expression, even though I can't see your face. Like your actual, the inflection of your voice is the absolute same. Justin, why are you being weird? If I muted you and then I told you couldn't request up, why would you go get an actual backup account just to request up?
Isn't it my First Amendment right?
But Justin, no, it's not. I told you no, you can't come up, and so you found a different way to come up. Justin, you don't think that's weird?
I have my First Amendment.
You don't think that's, and not only was that weird, but you decided to actually be a jackass for some reason when I'm not that way to you, Justin. Like I wasn't rude or disrespectful or burping.
You always are rude.
You were intentionally burping in the mic. You didn't think? Did you think that was cool?
There.
Exactly. So Justin, this is what we're gonna do, right? Because now, not only do you not get to come up, but Justin, you're officially added to the block party. I'm going to add your main page to the block party. I'm going to add your backups to the block party. I'm going to block you anytime I ever see you again. You don't even get to come in the space because you're weird. Anywho, we're looking for some debates, and I promise you, I'm not trying to argue with you guys today. Like legitimately, I want a debate. I want an actual debate. I want someone that can substantiate an actual debate. Because at this point, people like Justin, I don't even want to say that you don't understand the gravity of what's happening. I just want to say that, oh, hold on. Hey, Justin, thank you for bringing your main account for me so I could go ahead and block that one too. I
There you go.
appreciate it.
Reebok,
Yeah.
you bitch.
Yeah, I got you. There we go. There we go. It's interesting. It's not even the fact that these people don't have the discernment to understand when they're in danger. It's the fact that they run towards danger. Like, I'm not even expecting you to have the best social skills or best instincts or just anything, right? But I would think that you would understand, like, self-preservement or preserving oneself or what, however you say it, right? But you don't even have the ability to do that. Justin and MAGA, you guys are going to go the way of the dodo. Self-preservation. There we go. There we go, chat. Thank you, chat. Self-preservation. You're going to go the way of the dodo, and you don't even see it yet. But you think that it's everyone else that's trying to somehow... You think that it's everyone else trying to somehow control you or tell you what to do, or, you know, you get an opportunity to own the libs. You're like a child. That's what it is. MAGA, you're a child. You're babies. And we've told you, hey, the stove is hot. Don't touch it. The stove is hot. Hey, don't touch it. The stove is hot. And then you guys touched it anyway, and you found out the stove was hot. But then, unlike a baby who learns the lesson, you guys are just stupid. So stupid adults. So we tell you, hey, you don't want to drink and drive, you can get a DUI. And you're like, fuck it, we got a party, woo! And you drink and drive. And you get a DUI. And then you say, you know what? Don't no one monkey stop the party. And you say that DUI is not enough. And you do it again. And then you take someone's life. Because you wanted to drink and drive. Supporting Donald Trump right now is equivalent to drinking and driving. It's one of the worst things that you could do. And anyone that still actually supports Donald Trump in this time, as he openly talks about declaring war on a city within the United States, it's the worst thing that you can do. G, how old are you?
Just turned 18 last week.
Just congratulations, young man. When was your birthday?
I was born on September 5th.
What year?
2006. Hold on, it's my brother calling. 2006. Hold on 1 second.
Sure.
Hang up.
No worries.
Car play.
What can I call you besides G? Like, do you have a
I
name?
used to call me my name. I'm Greg.
Greg, nice to
Yeah.
meet you. I'm Santana.
Hey, I wanted to come up here and I wanted to say thank you, Dean Parker. All of you have extremely helped me a lot. This past year, I've lived with my dad since 2016, and I was a big time Trump supporter because it's kind of what my family did. And I think a lot of people are misled, and they don't really have proof. And a lot of people want to say a lot of empty claims with no proof. And I appreciate that you guys come on here and give people that proof and kind of show them the truth.
Yeah.
And I think it's very important that more people do that. And I just want to come here and thank you for that.
Absolutely. Listen, Greg, as a young man, especially a young man in America, take care of yourself. I appreciate you sharing spaces and taking things away and learning from the things that not only myself, Parker, Dean, Erica, Kiana,
I haven't met her,
Zeus.
Kiana.
Yeah, you got to check them out. All of them are great creators. Facts. There's a bunch of really great creators around here. Hopefully, you engage in multiple spaces because you're the future. So take care of yourself, keep your mind open, keep your nose clean, and also check your math on your year, okay? Have a good one. All right, guys. Again, we are only looking for some debates. We are only looking for some debates. This is Sparring with Santana. We are looking for some debates. You know what? I do wonder this, right? Because no worries. I think there is a massive shift from the right, and I think there's a need for us to focus more on the youth, right? And I think more so the youth think that it's cool to take this authoritarian strongman approach. It's, you know what's funny? It's funny how somehow Republicans, how MAGA has made this almost 80-year-old decrepit blathering idiot the picture of masculinity. Somehow MAGA continues to prop up Donald Trump and says he is what a real man is supposed to look like. And that's weird to me, right? As someone who doesn't know what accountability is, someone who has cheated on all of his wives, someone who has been convicted of 34 felonies, who's an adjudicated rapist, who's a known sexist, classist, racist, and a fascist. And MAGA continues to say, like, this is what a man should be. And then we know they love that conversation. Well, what is a woman? But they clearly they don't even know what a quote unquote man is. So how can we expect them to even understand the definition of what is a woman, right? They don't understand it because they can barely understand quote unquote what is a man because they think Donald Trump is the man. It's interesting. I say all that to say we have to put a focus on the youth as well. Like, I think that's necessary. I think that's very necessary that we start to address the kids. Just my opinion. Sorry, just went off on a sidebar. Something else that I got to talk about is the fact that apparently Mike Johnson said that Donald Trump was an FBI informant. Has anyone else saw that? Did anyone else see that Mike Johnson said Donald Trump was an FBI informant with the Epstein files? That makes me realize that they keep grasping for straws. They're literally looking for ways to clear Trump's name in any way, shape, or form. And to say that he was an informant, I doubt it. I do think that Trump tried to roll on Epstein. But I was listening to, I don't want to say this was an original thought because this is not an original thought of mine. It came from my friend Becca Day. Becca made a video talking about how, and she did a great breakdown on it, but she talked about how Donald Trump had like a whole real estate dispute with Jeffrey Epstein. And Jeffrey Epstein wanted to buy like this property. Trump came in and swooped in the last minute and actually was able to buy the property away, which I knew about that. And then she speculated that he basically was worried about retaliation from Epstein. And so allegedly he went to the FBI and rolled on Epstein. And then from that point, the FBI was like, oh, perfect. We have this ringleader that was trafficking minors, now we can actually see who he was trafficking to. And then Trump was like, oh shit, didn't think that far. And I started to think, isn't that Trump? Think about it. Donald Trump literally sticks his own foot in his mouth. Donald Trump causes problems. Think about it. The reason why we know that Donald Trump is a rapist is because he couldn't stop running his mouth about E. Jean Carroll. Right? Think about it. That's the only reason we knew that he was a rapist, is because he would not stop slandering E. Jean Carroll, and she took him to court. The reason why he's being sued by the exonerated five is because he wouldn't stop lying about them committing a crime. The reason why everyone's on his neck right now to release the Epstein files is because he said he was going to release the Epstein files. That was a campaign promise of his. Donald Trump often lacks foresight. He does things in the moment that look and feel and sound good to him. And then he fucks around and finds out later. The files have not been released. 97, either 95 or 97% of the information that was actually quote unquote released had already been released. And also the Epstein list still has not been released. And if you're a Trump supporter, get in the box because you're going to get muted. You're going to get muted. So like it's funny. And Trump supporters keep grasping for this straw. Every time they say, we're releasing this. Oh, that's Kenneth? Oh, yeah. Okay. They say, we're releasing this. And it's just the same information that they put out time and time again. It's the exact same information. It's nothing new. But every single time, MAGA hopes that like, oh, maybe you guys will stop talking about it then. I don't know about the rest of the people that's in the chat right now, but I'm not letting up. At no point until the list is released will I ever stop saying, release the list. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. I also think the reason why Donald Trump is doing this batshit crazy stuff is because of the Epstein survivors, right? The fact that the Epstein survivors over the last couple of days have been telling their story, and even more so, they said that they're going to put out their own list. The Epstein survivors, I think it's 10 of them, said they're going to put out their own list. And I think Trump is shaking in his boots. Even so much so that the day that they were doing their press conference, somehow someone arranged a flyover. That's mighty interesting timing. Arranged a flyover to try to drown out the sound. Someone's working mighty hard to silence those voices. Hey, I know you guys, maybe some of you guys have debated, maybe some of you haven't, right? But think about it. I know for a fact there's multiple times where I have caught Trump supporters in a lie, because they lie all the time. I've caught them in a lie, and I'm in the midst of debunking their lie and calling them out on their lie, and they immediately try to cut me off and talk over me, and they want to jump in, and they won't let me actually speak. That's because they know they were caught in a lie. So chat, if there were a situation where there was a group of people talking about something that you didn't want them to talk about, and you had the power to, let's say, fly a couple of jets near where they are, that's so loud that they can't be heard, would you do that? I guess I'm just thinking out loud. Anyway, so yeah, Donald Trump is terrified of what those women are gonna say. That's it. I think that's what all of this about. Even the whole Department of War thing, which, to be clear about the Department of War, for anyone that doesn't know this, he can't just change the name. Lie. That's all you guys do. Cool. Hey, Butterbee, guess what, sweetie? Guess what, Buttercup? Guess what, Sugar Plum? You're muted. Get in the box. I don't care what you have to say from the chat. Get in the box. I don't. But like I was saying, the Department of War, that's not the name. It's still the Department of Defense. It's still the Department of Defense, and it will continue to be the Department of Defense until Congress actually makes a decision to change the name. Trump just can't change the name. It doesn't work that way. You need congressional approval. It's interesting how MAGA, I've spoken with so many Trump supporters, and Trump supporters, they'll say things like, well, he can do whatever he wants to do because he's president. You can't. And this is the problem with them thinking that, well, he was a good businessman, he would be a great president. The country isn't a business. You can't just make unilateral decisions. You can't. You literally need congressional approval for just about anything, including declaring war, including tariffs. That's why he lost his appeals for his tariffs, because you can't just slap tariffs on. Hey, thank you for the galaxy. You need congressional approval. Now, someone made a good point. He can do whatever he wants because Congress refuses to do their job. If Congress ever decided to, specifically Mike Johnson decided to grow a pair and say, hey, you can't do this without us saying so, then there might be a little bit of the pushback. But he's not going to do that. Mike Johnson knows that him being the Speaker of the House is a fluke. Mike Johnson also knows that he'll never be remembered by history. So Mike Johnson is more than happy of being a stepping stone. What was the last Republican House leader name? I can see his face, white guy, tall, black hair. Gosh, what was his name? Kevin, no, not, it was before Kevin McCarthy. Like the last legitimate Speaker of the House, not Kevin McCarthy. Kevin McCarthy was a stooge. Paul Ryan, yes, Paul Ryan, there it is. Paul Ryan. Paul Ryan will be remembered by history as an actual Speaker of the House. Nancy Pelosi will as well. Kevin McCarthy is a stooge. He was absolutely a stooge, and Mike Johnson is even worse. Sometimes I wonder, because have you guys seen the reports that Mitch McConnell is saying that Donald Trump, what was the quote? That Donald Trump has this country heading in the worst direction since World War II. Did anyone see that quote from Mitch McConnell? It's Mitch McConnell's fault. In every way, shape, direction, form, whatever you want to say, it's Mitch McConnell's fault. Mitch McConnell made a decision to be the impediment to Barack Obama at the end of his actual last term, which gave Donald Trump a Supreme Court justice appointee that he did not earn, or should not have had, I guess is a better way of saying it. He decided that he did not want to go through with the impeachments of Donald Trump the first or second time. He voted for the TCJA. All of these things, Mitch McConnell's legacy will forever be tied with Donald Trump, and for Mitch McConnell to act like that he is somehow growing a conscience now, it doesn't work that way. You're culpable. You're responsible. This is your Frankenstein. Mitch McConnell, this is your Frankenstein. You can never run from it. And 50 years from now, when you're looking up at the mess that you created, and you lean over and Ronald Reagan leans over and says, "Hey, who the hell let that guy do all that?" Mitch McConnell, you're going to have to own that one. W's in the chat for Ann. Ann sent a $5 donation to say, just like the Gulf of America, all Trump EOs really do was change it on the federal maps and documents. Absolutely. Did nothing. Absolutely did nothing. W's in the chat for Ann. Thank you so much for that $5 donation. You are absolutely amazing, guys. If anyone wants to support the live, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links and link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. Best way to support the live. Everything's accepted. Anything's appreciated. If you're over on YouTube and you want to support the live, you can do so with the super chat. Again, we are looking for some debates. MAGA, where are you at? User, are you a Trump supporter? User, are you a Trump? I'm assuming not. Okay. I'm gonna drop you down. I think that I think it's been hard to get debates lately because MAGA is aware right? They're aware of their fuck up, but they don't want to own it. Hey, Fluffer Flies, thank you so much for the shares. I appreciate it, friend, but you don't want to spam share the live. That hurts the live. That hurts the live. Thank you so much for sharing, but if you only share like once or twice, that's more than enough. More than enough. You don't have to keep sharing. I appreciate you. Fluffer Flies, I appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right, Fluffer Flies. Hey, that's enough. Thank you, thank you. All good. Anyway, the thing that MAGA, they don't want to actually deal with the actual consequences of what they did. What up, Rick? Fluffier Flies. I'm Files. Flies, yeah. They don't want to actually deal with the consequences of what they did. And it's interesting. Leo, are you a Trump supporter?
Fuck no. He's a fucking dictator.
Okay,
He's a fucking.
Guys, only request up if you're a Trump supporter. We are only looking for some debates. They don't want to live with the consequences of what they did. And so now I feel like they're trying to hide. Right? I think that they have to wear the scarlet letter. I think it's our responsibility, each and every person that did not side with this fascist regime, did not side with this wannabe dictator, did not side with this hateful clusterfuck. That's the best word I got. That's the best word I got. Every single person that did not side with it, it's your responsibility to hold them accountable. Never forget who you saw wearing that stupid red hat. Never forget who you saw wearing those stupid Trump shirts. Never forget who you saw on a TikTok live screaming, Trump 2028. Never forget any of that. It's our responsibility to hold them accountable. And that's what we have to do. They're trying to whitewash history. Donald Trump, this Trump administration is literally trying to whitewash history. That's why they're targeting the Smithsonian. That's why they're trying to control what history is remembered. One of the biggest things that I think they're trying to do is wash away the hateful past of racism and slavery from America. But they're also trying to whitewash history and change how everything is remembered. And that's another reason why they wanted the Smithsonian to remove Donald Trump's impeachments. The Smithsonian keeps a record of all presidents that have been impeached. And of course, Donald Trump being impeached twice was listed in the Smithsonian for that. And this administration went after the Smithsonian for it. They're hoping to be able to erase all of the hate from history. And you know what's the crazy part about this? It's a good chance they'll be able to do it. It's a really good chance they'll be able to do it. The reason why I say that is because it's called history for a reason. All right, his story. Oh, thank you for the heart. Basically, history is written by the victors. If you look back at history, you might think that, oh, it's accurate, right? Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate you, Carolina. It's not that it's accurate. It's bias. History is definitely biased. It's biased because the people that actually win get to actually dictate what happened at that time. And so they get to dictate what was just and what was unjust. They get to say that the reason this happened, and these were the good guys, these were the bad guys. Think about it for a second. Think about it for a second. If the Confederacy had won the Revolutionary War, or I'm sorry, not the fucking Revolutionary War, holy shit. If the Confederates would have won the what am I thinking? Civil War. There we go. I need a nap. If the Confederates would have won the Civil War, who do you think would have been the bad guys? It would have been the North. They would have been the bad guys. Yeah, the Union. So my point is, what Donald Trump is trying to do as far as erasing history and rewriting history and having revisionist history and, you know, portraying one things one way or the other, he might actually be able to do it. Maybe. Barry, are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah. What do you think about the Groypers pushing Newsom?
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and drop you because you decided to be weird, right? Like
That's they're popular.
it's not. Someone actually explained to me what the word meant, and you think that you're clever, but you're not. And honestly, I don't even want to engage with you. Like, it's weird that you, for some reason, decided that you wanted to come up here and do that. Like, you don't have anything better to do. Like, in all seriousness, like, I'm going to let you speak. I actually want to have a conversation with you. Like, seriously, like, why do you do that? Because this isn't the first time I've heard you do that on someone's live. Seriously, I'm not even going to mute you. Like, seriously, what pleasure do you get out of that? That's not weird to you?
This is the first time I've asked the question on TikTok.
That's
so
not.
It's
not. I've literally heard you say that to other people. But like, in all seriousness, like,
I asked Maori that.
But like, what's the point of that though?
Well, Newsom reposted the Groypers.
Yeah,
so
I mean, like, seriously, first and foremost, I'm gonna be genuine. I'm gonna let you stay up here, and I really want to have a conversation with you if you just stop saying that word. I'm just really trying to figure out, like, what's your game? Like, is it just because you think it's funny and, you know, like no one else is laughing? Like, what? Help me understand. And I'm not even being an asshole. I promise you I'm not. I'm not even being disingenuous. I'm really just trying to understand you. Like, why?
Oh, I think you just have a fundamental misunderstanding of the word. It just means a fan of Nick Fuentes. It doesn't mean like grape or anything. Your comments
I know.
Like, to grape someone.
I get it, but like,
sure. It's not like hateful, right?
Sure. But like, what's the point of that though?
Oh yeah, we believe that like we should put America first, and that like Israel occupies our government, and that we don't have sovereignty, right?
But so
like,
why
fundamentally,
not? Why not actually come up and debate that instead of just like going off on that whole like tangent? Like, why not really try to engage in a debate?
Call you hateful and pick you.
I mean, but you don't kind of think that like, that they have a point?
No, wanting sovereignty in your own nation and not to be occupied by like a tiny nation across the ocean. It's like there's zero hate in that. It's like totally moral.
But like,
it's actually the moral position.
Think about it for a second, seriously. And I'm not saying that your entire premise is like crazy or anything, right? But you don't think the way, especially like Nick Fuentes, the way that he goes about it. Like, you don't think that and this is just me being genuine. I've always thought, like, if I wanted to actually get something done, right, I would find better ways to actually do those things than like alienating a bunch of people where they don't actually like want to engage in the thing. You get what I'm saying?
Well, he is rebranding. He is rebranding. A lot of leftists are now.
I don't know if he's like really rebranding, but or
and I think it is kind of. Let me get another thing. I think it's kind of rich to be like, this guy was on the cutting edge of this shit 10, 15 years ago, talking about the same thing, being consistent. Israel.
That's
Israel.
what I was just about to say. Hold on. I was about to say, I don't think that he's rebranding. I do think that he's actually genuine, though. And I think he's just kind of fed up with a bunch of different shit. So I don't think that he's rebranding. I still think that he's a hateful POS, but I think that he's genuine.
Well, no, in rebranding in the sense that, like, he says, like, we're all in this together and it's going to take everyone teaming up together to beat this issue. And he says like Patrick Bet-David was getting on him for saying a certain word. And he stopped saying the word. Yeah.
Did he?
He said it like,
I don't think that he has the ability to like stop doing certain stuff, but he did.
Yeah, no, and Patrick Bet-David even gave him credit. Yeah, Patrick Bet-David said, he says this word. Why do you have to say this word? And Nick even went on one in his show, and he's like, yeah, there's sacrifices we have to make, and if we want to be a serious movement, we have to make sacrifices.
I've heard him say that before. I just didn't think, again, I don't, in no way, shape, or form do I like him at all. I do think that he's a POS, but the thing that I have kind of noticed with certain stuff that he says and calls out, and even I think you're not going to like when I say this, but whatever, Ben Shapiro, right? The stuff that he calls out as well, like, I don't agree, I don't like it, but at least I can tell that they're genuine. And that's something that's different.
But Shapiro's genuine because he's like an Israel firster. But guys like Charlie Kirk, I think, are not.
Oh, he's not genuine at all. He's just.
That's where we can agree.
Yeah, like, yeah. He's definitely a puppet. But my whole point, though, seriously, like, if you wanted to get your, like, I don't know. And if you wanted to get your point across, like, I don't know, maybe try a different approach. Just my opinion.
Yeah, my thing is like the TikTok thing. It's so like no one really wants to dive into anything. It's like MAGA, MAGA, MAGA. Like MAGA's bad. Everything. It's like, yeah, we get it.
I get it.
Like the second you say you're not MAGA on like a Dean or Parker live, you're like instantly booted, and they're not allowed to like.
But why are you going to their lives then? Why not go to a live where you can actually get into it?
Well, any of the platforms they like. I mean, the people on here.
Or why not start your own?
Well, the issue is with this topic, like once you start talking about this and you show your face, you're kind of like nuke yourself like for the future. So like if let's say like I wanted to like
have think that's a problem then?
Well, yeah, let's say I wanted to have like a
career. If you have to hide behind like a profile picture and a fake name just to be able to say the stuff that you want to say, like that sounds like a problem.
That's a huge problem. Look at those students at Columbia University who went to the Palestine protests, and then the Israel advocates, they sent billboard trucks to their neighborhood calling them anti-Semites. The same thing happens to us.
Well, I mean, but you understand as well, though.
Like, but there's advocacy groups that go after you when they try to
actual government has backed them to the point. But anyway, I'm just saying, like, overall, I don't know. I don't think the things that you're trying to portray is necessarily the things that's like, oh, you know, maybe an advocate group will come. I think you're going to burn yourself with the stuff you're saying. Like that's the thing.
No, they come after us because we're over the target. That's not why.
You're over the target.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean,
tell me how.
Well, yeah, we've been saying the same thing for 15 years, and now Tucker Carlson has come closer to our position. Candace Owens come closer to our position. Like if I came up on a liberal live even 10 months ago and said, I like Nick Fuentes, they would have kicked you and called you a hateful Yahtzee and said, that guy's the most hateful person ever. He has no opinion and any sort of logical discussion to have with that person.
They'll still kick you today. It's just I'm a little bit different.
No, maybe you have to admit the conversation's coming around. He's been replatformed on Twitter. He's allowed back on YouTube. A lot of liberals are platformed. Kyle Kalinski's posting his clips every day.
I promise you it's not that. I mean, like,
wait, it has nothing to do with him blowing up on Instagram.
No.
Being shouted out on Joe Rogan.
No,
Bradley
because again,
Martin,
I still think that he's like a POS, and I wouldn't platform him. And I mean, like, even at this time, having this conversation with you, it's not because you're like a Nick Fuentes stan or anything. I'm just having a conversation with you as a person, as an individual, like one-on-one. This has nothing to do with like who you support. I'm genuinely just trying to talk to you at the moment, right? So I don't know. All I'm saying is, and you know, this is just me. If I wanted to make something happen, I would probably take a different approach to make something happen. And if I felt like I had to hide my face because like my position was so unpopular that I would be ostracized and, like all this
becoming more
popular.
popular.
I don't think so. I think it's becoming more less. I think it's becoming less fringe, but not. I guess you can call it more popular than if
Tucker Carlson sounds a lot more like us than we do him.
You know why though?
Tucker Carlson was like the biggest face of conservative.
That's because Tucker Carlson isn't adhering to like the whole Fox money anymore. It's really interesting what happens when people start making their own money and then how they like choose to use their voice.
Well, yeah, he has less people standing behind his back looking over what he's going to do. Like he had Rupert Murdoch and Bibi Netanyahu practically.
He's not as much as a puppet anymore.
Yeah, and that allows him to be more over the target. And he criticizes Israel. He talks about the U.S. as liberty. He talks about Epstein being associated with the Mossad. He would never be allowed to do that.
But you know what I have a problem with?
That's because he's more free, and freedom is good.
But like, so wait, you got to admit this though. Like he knew all of those things though, even when he was still like supporting Trump and like pushing that party line.
That's why we don't trust him.
Me.
And it bothers me a lot. Same with Candace Owens. Like you don't think Charlie Kirk knew about this stuff 15 years ago?
Like all of them knew.
Like they've been in DC for 15, 20 years. Tucker Carlson, his dad was like in the CIA. Like, yeah, these people obviously knew they're gatekeepers, and that's why we think it's called a limited hangout. Do you know what a limited hangout is?
No, what is that?
Yeah, it's a term created by the CIA where if an issue is becoming too mainstream, they have their gatekeepers and the Kingsmen come out and they have a conversation on it, and they'll grant you some points, but it's curated, and they won't go all the way. And that's what we're seeing a lot with the Israel stuff going on. A lot of limited hangouts, and we want to see our guys get platformed on these mainstream.
I don't think you're gonna get it though, like because of like all
we're either gonna force them to. And so here's what's going to happen. One of two things. We're either going to become so popular that you can't ignore us. That
I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, I mean, we already have moms calling into the Charlie Kirk show saying they're like, Charlie Kirk, oh my God, my kid hates Israel. I think he's what is a gripe? Or they're saying then like Charlie Kirk has to hang up and like.
Oh, you're lying. Did that really happen?
Yeah, I could
I don't fucking watch Charlie Kirk. But
yeah, I don't either. But I was like, we got the clips and stuff on Twitter. Shoot me a follow. I'll link you the clip. And we absolutely are going to become so popular you cannot ignore us. Like we already have people in the staffers, people in Oxford. We're all over the White House.
I can believe that. That part, it doesn't sound surprising or shocking to me.
Yeah, and the amount of people who think what I think and just can't say it because, it's almost.
I'm not going to disagree with that point either. I do think that there's probably a lot of white people in America that think the way that you think.
Well, no, not just white people. Look at Dearborn, Michigan. That's what I was just about to say.
Dearborn, Michigan. I was just about to say maybe a little bit more than white people as well, but more so white people. But
I mean, it's black people too. A lot of black people on Twitter are now just reposting the Nick content. If you want free money, you should just react to Nick content on YouTube. That's fair. That's game. You want game? You want YouTube views? Hundreds of thousands. You're a black guy on YouTube. 15 of them are doing it right now. It's the new meta. I'm telling you, you want cash? React to it. Even if you hate it.
Like I can't engage with Nick Fuentes content in good faith. Like just because
he's doing it. He's like feelings. So, it's the new meta. He's blowing up on
Yeah. Anyway, listen. I'm gonna let you go. Just hey,
thanks for hearing me out.
Yeah. No. Like again, like I completely disagree with your entire premise as a whole.
You don't think Israel's like an issue, like them buying our politicians and shit?
I think yes. Well, not that premise as a whole, but like your premise is like a fucking schnazi.
Like being America first, just because they so happen to be like Jewish people live in Israel. Like if it was Chinese people controlling our military and sending our kids,
this is the problem that I have. This is the problem that I have.
Our issue would be with Chinese people. Right?
The right has cultivated it in the actual anti-Semitism, right? And I've been saying this a million times over, right?
Well, what is anti-Semitism?
Bibi Netanyahu is a war criminal. Israel is a terrorist state. and free Palestine until it's backwards. And now you see the right kind of like, you know, targeting Israel and all this other stuff, but it's like for different reasons and there's different stuff. Anyway, like my whole thing is like, yes, we can agree that APEC has to go. I think that money out of politics is a huge thing, period, right? I don't think politicians should be able to enrich themselves the way that they do because they don't look out for Americans because, you know, big business. But I also don't agree with the way that you go about doing things. And also, I feel like your side is kind of hateful. So, you know, and that's just my
hateful
opinion.
is one thing and anti-Semitic is another, because if you look at the definition of anti-Semitism, like the CIA fact book or the IHRA, it's not so much even just hateful. They say, if I accuse someone of having dual loyalty, like if I say Ben Shapiro is loyal to Israel and America, that is considered anti-Semitism under the HRA. Look it up, HRIA. So this is the International Holocaust Remembrance Association. I was shocked to hear this too. So, and this is the same definition that our Congress used in the Anti-Semitism Act. So this is a massive issue. So it doesn't mean
well,
just
I mean, like
I was shocked
we
to
do
hear
know
this
that
too.
Congress
So
continues
there's more.
to write bills for Israel. Like I pointed that out in multiple instances as far as like different pieces of legislation that has been pushed and passed through the United States Congress, including aid. Even like being able to, there's a current bill that hasn't been passed yet, but it's on the floor where they're trying to help with like Israeli medical care within the state of Israel, where we can't even get medical care here in the U.S. So there's a whole thing. But listen, I'm gonna let you go because I don't want this live to turn to something that's not, because I don't want you to go too far. So thank you for coming up. Just don't, like, if you come back in my live, don't do that. Just be normal. Like, be normal, and we'll go from there. Deal?
Hey, yeah, that's a total deal. I mean, that's fair. I mean,
all right, I'm gonna drop you down.
Let's go. W Santana.
I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know. I think that at the end of the day, I think we as Americans have a lot more in common than we have different. I do think that anyone that's trying to go about things in a hateful way that's never the way to go about anything. And I do think that when people try to actually cultivate certain causes, because the cause that I stand on when it comes to Gaza and the Palestinians, and I've been calling this out over and over and over, and I've been saying we need to be aware of this, because you hear people on the right starting to, you know, vilify Israel, but they're not vilifying Israel because of the genocide they're committing. They're vilifying Israel because of Jewish people. And that's not what I'm saying at all. And we have to be careful about that. That's a bad thing. We can't let hateful people, hateful ideas, hateful rhetoric cultivate a movement, a cause, or something that's really important, because stopping the famine that's happening in Gaza is super important. Vilifying Jewish people is not. That's not what we're looking to do. I can say, yes, APEC needs to absolutely be removed from the United States government. But I'm not just talking about APEC. I'm talking about all money. I don't think that people should be able to buy politicians. I don't think that Elon Musk should have been able to buy a president. That has nothing to do with APEC. Elon Musk bought a presidency, and that should never happen. Because as long as we have politicians that are getting paid by special interest groups, by big businesses, by, you know, whatever other industries, they'll never vote for our best interests, ever. They'll never do it. So while I can criticize Israel. I'm criticizing the Israeli government. And I'm also criticizing any Jewish person that supports what the Israeli government is doing. It's funny, I was talking to someone yesterday, and I was telling them about GT. Good Trouble, for those people who don't know. And I love me some Good Trouble. And Good Trouble is a Jewish man who is hypercritical of what Israel is doing and absolutely stands up for the Palestinian people. And it's funny because people like Good Trouble, people like Bernie Sanders, any other Jewish person that says what the state of Israel is doing is wrong, then they're called a quote unquote bad Jew. And I think that's just their religion trying to, like, being weaponized against them. Because they're not letting some blind allegiance to their religion and to this ethno state supersede their moral compass. And it shouldn't. It absolutely shouldn't. So, religion is funny. Religion is funny. Religion has always been used to the problem that I have with organized religion is that it's used as a sword instead of a shield. Religion isn't used as a shield, right? A shield is something that protects. It keeps you safe. It helps. But religion is a sword. It attacks. It harms. It controls. It cuts people down. And that's my problem with religion. Because if you can justify hating or vilifying people because you said that a Bible told you so, or any other religious text told you so, maybe that's not what you should be following. Because from what I know, I'm not a biblical scholar. I'm not a member of Mensa or some shit like that. But from what I do know is that the premise of pretty much all religions is to do good things and live a good life. I don't think vilifying people because of their sexual orientation or because of what gender they identify as, or anything like that, like, I don't think that's a good thing. I don't think using religion to say I am better than you is a good thing. I don't know. That's just my whole thing. Anywho, we haven't gotten any debates. Or wait, I'm sorry. This person is here. Mark, I don't know, get load. Mark, are you a Trump supporter?
Oh, that's an accident trying to tap.
No worries, thank you. I appreciate you, Mark. W's in the chat for Feisty, who sent a $10 YouTube super chat to say, seriously, these grapists are disgusting. Ask Hector what happened earlier today. Oh, okay. I'll check in and see what Hector said. I will see what Hector said. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's the fact that I've gotten to the point where I think I'm getting fed up with MAGA as a whole, right? And more so in the sense that like I'm fed up with their actual lack of humanity. And I try not to be that way. But I feel like I am. I genuinely try not to be that way. Anywho, we didn't get any debates, and I don't think I want to stay on the soapbox anymore. So I'm gonna get off. I think I'm gonna call it, guys. Like, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. But at this point, MAGA doesn't have a leg to stand on. Hey, if for some reason 400 some people hanging out, if you see this up at the top, you see follow and you're not following me, go ahead and hit that follow button. Hit that follow button. If you look up at the top and you see the word follow, that means you're not following me. Hit that follow button. Let's go raid Kiana. Looks like Kiana is live. Let's go raid Kiana. YouTube, I was looking for someone for you to go raid, but it doesn't look like I have anyone that I can send you directly to. Let's go raid Kiana, though. Kiana's live. Her @ is, you know what? Hold on, I got it. I'll drop it. We're going to go raid Kiana. That's her @ Let's go raid Kiana, guys. All right, we're gonna hit this outro and we're gonna keep it moving.
You stepped in the box, now you're in the ring. Ain't no hugs here, you better take your best swing. Mike Hot, who wanna step in the flame? This ain't a debate, this a mind game. Facts type lies, get left in shame. One wrong word, get slapped out your name. This ain't TikTok T, this a war zone talk. No
guys, I appreciate each and every one of you being here tonight. I do. I really, really do. You're nothing but a liberal grifter. Cool. Elelius, or however you say it, guess what? Grift these nuts in your mouth. How about that? How about that? Anywho, I appreciate each and every one of you, except this asshat who is here for some reason that just wants to, you know, do some weird shit. Anyway, I love each and every one of you. What just happened here? Boom. There we go. Should be back. Hopefully I'm back. Best chat in the world. And
so explain to me, what piece of evidence in the case do you dispute? Because if you can't tell me, it sounds like you haven't even looked into the case.
If there was reasonable evidence presented to like actually convict him of something and not just like made up stuff, he would have been convicted of it.
He was held liable. The reason why it wasn't in a criminal court is because of statute of limitations, meaning that after a certain amount of years, no matter the level of evidence, they weren't able to try him in a criminal court. So again, give me one piece of evidence in the case that you dispute. Otherwise, it tells me that you don't even know what was in the case in terms of evidence. So of course you wouldn't be able to evaluate what the evidence was. And the only reason you think that there wasn't evidence is because you didn't look into it.
You're right. I have not done a large amount of research into that case, but I know enough
You haven't
about
done
it.
any research.
What?
You haven't done any research.
It's not that I haven't done any. It's just I haven't done an extensive.
What's her
amount.
name?
Like I know Jake.
No, what's her name? The victim's name.
I do not know her name.
E. Jean Carroll. You don't even know her name.
No,
so
I did
you don't know
not.
her name. You don't know any evidence in the case. Of course, I don't believe that you have actually done any research into the case. So,
Yeah. Like, how can you know the facts of the case without knowing knowing her name? Like, that's like the number one fact to know.
I just know what I've seen from news articles. Like I know the news perspective of the case.
what news articles have you looked over? And no, if you read news articles, you would know something about the case. You'd also know her name, probably.
Well,
so you know nothing about the case, and you dispute the. What news do you? Where do you get your news from? Actually,
I get it from like local stations, and then I get it from Fox and sometimes CNN. Actually,
Fox. No, name one CNN host.
One CNN host. I don't watch CNN. I use the website.
Now you don't watch CNN. Okay, so
I didn't say I watched it. I said I used the website. You didn't ask me.
Oh, okay. Can you name one story that you've read on CNN recently?
Recently? Yes, recently I read a story on CNN about Trump's the thing he passed about flag burning in the 1 year in federal prison.
Okay, and do you support that? Because that's a violation of the Constitution, dude.
No, I will say I think I do support that there should be some kind of punishment for flag burning. I don't think
that's a violation of the First Amendment, according to the Supreme Court.
How is that a violation of the First Amendment?
The Supreme Court has ruled on this, that it is a violation of the First Amendment because
What
it's symbolic
freedom
speech.
is it violating?
It's symbolic speech, the First Amendment.
I just don't think that's like just in the same reason that like
do you think it would violate the First Amendment for Donald Trump to make it illegal for me to flip him off?
Yes, I think it would.
Okay, that's symbolic speech. So how is that granted any differently?
Different. It's like
how is that classified any differently than burning an American flag if it's your flag?
Like just like people can't go around burning like a pride flag, for example. I don't understand.
By the way, it's legal to burn a pride flag.
You can.
Yeah, if you own the flag, it's legal to burn.
But I'm saying
you can't burn someone else's flag, but that would be true for an American flag as well. Currently,
you would lose your crap, right? And that's valid because that's burning something.
Wait, so do you think it should be illegal? Watch, he just literally debunked himself. Do you think it should be illegal to burn a pride flag?
I think it should be illegal to burn anything that represents a group, which would be a country's flag.
So you think it should be illegal to burn the pride flag?
As much as it should be to burn the American flag, yes.
Okay, do you think it should be illegal to burn the Nazi flag?
No, I think, but you
just said a flag that represents any group of people or any ideological beliefs. You said that it should be illegal.
So that's going to depend on the person. There are people who disagree with that, and you might not like that, but there are people who disagree that America is like a force for good. You can disagree with that all you want. You can disagree.
You see overseas like countries that were at war with burning our flags, and then you want to live here.
So by the way, it is symbolic speech. It is freedom of speech, right? That was classified by the Supreme Court, right? Given that it was qualified by the Supreme Court to be a violation of the Constitution and your First Amendment rights, why are you not against it? Like against Donald Trump's law, putting people in prison for a year for doing so, or executive order.
I said I think the punishment is extreme. I feel like that's valid no matter what side you're on. But I just don't understand how that is a violation of freedom of speech. You're not limited. You can go around, and if what you're trying to symbolize by burning a flag is that, let's say you're trying to say you hate Trump, or there's a
let me ask you a question, Jake.
amount of ways to say that.
Do you think Jake, do you think someone who burns the flag that's a act that is political? So that's a political act.
I
Do you
think
agree with
it's
that?
not necessarily. No, it could
So
be
no,
something.
in the case that Donald Trump wants to do it, if someone has a flag and they're burning it, would that be counter as a act that is political?
If it's directed to Trump, yes.
Okay, are they trying to convey a message by the burning of that flag?
Yes, they're trying to convey a message
Okay,
in a way that can also
therefore,
be dangerous
to ban
other
the burning
people.
of the flag is to ban them. It is trying to ban the way in which they are
But you can express yourself in
conveying
so
the
many ways,
message.
not in a way that can,
No,
not
no,
in a
no.
way that
You can't
disrespects.
simply say you can't simply say that you can do it another way, because you have to have a good reason to ban something in order to say that that is in the government's interest to actually ban it. And
It's
in most cases, someone who burns the flag is not harming anybody else. They are only doing it to convey a message, and by banning the flag, you are in essence banning the way that they are saying the message. That's how that is a violation of the First Amendment.
I just think it's, first off, it's dangerous, and you're not only disrespecting the side that you don't like, but your side as well. I mean, at the end of the day, everyone is, American in this specific debate. I mean,
Well, no, see, in fact, it's not dangerous. Had it been dangerous, we could charge them under a different law, because the actual thing that they broke was not the flag burning, but the danger that they caused.
that's why there's difference between peaceful protesting and riots.
Yes,
If you wanna-
exactly. And that's why in 1989, all flag burning that is not dangerous, by the way, because they made an exception, they said it's not dangerous, that is in order to convey a message in a peaceful way, is protected by the First Amendment, which is why Johnson, in the actual case, all he was doing is he was standing there, he had no people around him, and he burned the flag, and Texas punished him for the fact that he stood there harming no one and burned that flag. That's what makes it a violation.
But he could have harmed himself or harmed others.
No, could is not good enough. Could is not good enough. You actually have to do it. The law does not punish could. The law does not punish good.
Gets hurt.
Okay, no. Let's apply that to sorry. Let's apply that to the Second Amendment. There are a million people around here who could use that pew pew in a bad way. Therefore, my logic, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna take away their pew pew.
But that's different. It's not.
No.
You're not taking away
I'm using your
someone's
logic
access
here.
to fire
I'm using your
or
logic
access
here.
to.
There are
American
millions
flag.
of people in this country who could actually cause damage with that pew pew, and therefore, under your logic, I'm going to go and take their pew pew.
Are you going to defend yourself with a burning flag? Are you going to defend your
Hold
children?
on,
or
Jake.
your
Jake,
wife
you're
and your
not.
husband?
Jake, you're not answering what I'm saying. Stay on
All right.
focus. You said that Johnson could have harmed somebody. By your own logic, that means for every right that could cause damage, I can take it away from you because it could do something. Do you see how that's a slippery slope and why we don't use that in law? Because we say we don't punish could. We punish people that do things. We don't punish somebody when they say something bad or when they do something that might lead to it. It's when they actually do it.
I understand what you're saying, but what I'm trying to tell you is there's so much of a difference between you have, what do you have to say, pew pew on her here?
Yeah, just say pew pew.
There's a difference between pew pew and a flag that's on fire. If someone breaks
actually, I 100% like, I disagree 100%, because with a pew pew I can take out 10 people, right? With a flag that's on fire, maybe one, maybe two, if I'm lucky. Like, if I'm lucky, I can make a strong case that the person who could be dangerous with a pew pew actually should have their rights violated more, because they are more dangerous in a theoretical sense.
Are they harming anyone with that pew pew? Or if you have that and it's sitting in your dresser in your bedroom, right, untouched, and you keep it there strictly?
But Jake, it's not about that. You said could. You
But the
said could.
difference
That was
is-
your
the difference
standard,
is-
Jake.
The
Like,
difference is it's control. The pew pew is in your control.
Could. Wait, hold on.
Fire is an
Johnson
element.
could be holding his flag in one hand over here, like way over here, and a lighter in the other, way over here, right? They're not going to come to contact, but the potential is same
it's not
potential
illegal
that
to hold a
applies.
flag and hold a lighter. It's illegal.
Yes, it
to
is.
then
Yes,
light
it is.
that.
I can go outside right now and hold a flag and hold a lighter, and no one can do a damn thing about it. That's legal. I'm not causing any harm.
That's
Why?
what I'm
Because
saying.
we don't
I'm saying
punish
it's not
could.
illegal to do that. It's illegal.
Well, can I ask him this question? If you burn
Yeah.
an American flag, right, to make s'mores out of it, like in the place to make in the campfire, do you think it should be illegal?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
If you burn an American flag to make s'mores out of it in the campfire, it's obviously not a threat to anyone's safety. It's in a campfire. If you do it to make some s'mores, should that be illegal?
Yes, I think that should be illegal. I think it should also be illegal if that was a pride flag or any other kind of. If you're taking,
I mean, if you hold the stance that burning all of these different things should be illegal, well, then you think again.
Okay,
so
go
then,
ahead.
under your view, you think burning the Nazi flag should be illegal under your view, right? Because you think burning any flag that represents any people or any ideology should specifically be illegal to burn.
But you're bringing it into a trap. This isn't. It's not.
No, it's just
not
a
the logic.
demonstration that you don't think
You
that
get what I'm
everything should be
saying? Because
illegal.
if I want to go down this route you're going, it's like, so you're comparing a pride flag to a Nazi
No,
flag.
I'm not.
Like,
I'm
how
not
are
making
those the
that
same?
comparison. That's not the
Are those
comparison I made.
different? Do you
No, that's
acknowledge
not. Wait,
that a pride
wait,
flag
wait.
is different from
That's
a
not
Nazi
that.
flag?
That is not the comparison I was making. What you said was that any specific flag that represents a people or an ideology, right, that should be illegal to burn that flag. I am simply just saying that
I
is
never
the
said the
logical
word
conclusion
ideology, though.
of what you said. Okay, well then this is the Nazi flag was in relation to Germany at that time. So
The
would you be
people
okay?
is the LGBTQ community of people. The Germans are a people.
That's not the comparison that I was making. I don't know why he keeps saying this. I just told you multiple times that's not the comparison I was making. I was saying based upon what you said in terms of right, burning a flag of a people should be banned, right, and should be illegal, right?
Of a people, not a people.
Jake.
If you are born in Germany, so let's flash back to World War II times. If you are born in Germany, you are not a Nazi. If you join the Nazi party by your choice,
dude, I think you understand that was the representation of the country at that time. And because it was the representation of the country at that time, burning that flag would be burning a flag
for
that
Germany
was
in
the
World War II,
representation
the
of
German
Germany
flag or
at
the
that
Nazi
time.
flag?
Wait, I'll ask him this question. Do you think burning the Confederate flag should be illegal?
Not everyone in Germany was a. Hold on, I'll
Should
answer
burning
that
the
in a
American flag or should be burning the Confederate flag be illegal? Should that be illegal?
That was at one point. I don't think that should be illegal. If
But it represented the South.
Confederate roots, and yes,
But it represented the South.
I say I think the South.
You said
during
because it
that
represents a
time-
group of people, it shouldn't be banned. It should be banned, meaning that under your standard, it should be banned. So why don't you? So why do you think
at
burning
that-
the
at
American
that
flag
point,
should be
they were
banned, but
essentially a
not
nation.
burning the Confederate flag?
during the Civil War, they were essentially a nation, same as the North. That's what
he's proving my
this
point.
was what the fight was over. What?
You just proved my point.
What point did I prove?
You proved that it was a flag in representation of a people.
A people, like, not by choice. That's
What?
the difference. That's what I'm trying to say.
What do you mean not by choice?
If all right, if you were, this is during World War II. If you were born in Germany, you were not a Nazi. You
Wait,
were.
I have a
German.
question. Did I choose for the flag to be the American flag? Did I choose for that flag to be the American flag? No. Okay, so I don't know what you mean.
It's not. I'm not saying you choose what the flag looks like. You choose if the KKK exists in America. Do you choose to be associated with them?
What? No. What? Why'd you ask that question?
So that's a choice. But you were born in America. You live in America. You are an American. You don't choose whether you're an American or not.
I'm not talking about anything like that. I'm just saying that's what was representation of their.
But that's what I'm saying. The difference between your argument is
You're not making any
should it be
sense.
illegal to burn a Nazi flag? A Nazi flag.
Can I
is
make a point,
something
Parker?
you
Just a second,
choose.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's make a point. A flag does not all just represent a people. All flags have a symbolic nature to them. They represent an idea. Even the American flag, in the arguments of Texas v. Johnson, right? The people who are on the side that it should be banned or that it should not be allowed, what was their main argument? It was that it has a symbolic meaning, that the flag means something to us, that it means freedom and it means liberty and it means patriotism. They made a symbolic argument. That same thing applies to all flags, whether it be the Nazi flag, whether it be the flag of pride. All of those flags not only represent a people and a group, but it represents an idea. The pride flag, for example, represents the idea of equality and fairness and love, those things, right? Whereas the flag of Nazi Germany was one of hate and one of exclusion and one of demise, right? That's the point, is that we are saying that it can be both, but because it's both, that's why your like dichotomy doesn't matter at all, because we can then pick which one we want to ban and which one we don't, because all flags represent somebody and something.
Yes, but I'm saying there's a difference between a group you are born a part of, or not necessarily born, but it is not your choice to be a part of that.
I don't.
To be part of America, so it should be illegal.
Why are you
If
adding all these like qualifiers?
Wouldn't that same thing be true for Nazi Germany?
one qualifier, choose or did not choose.
You added that to the definition. Like what?
Yeah,
like
and
that,
also,
that was not
that's
part
what
of
I'm
your original
saying.
definition.
He's asking me, should it be illegal to burn the Nazi flag?
But wouldn't that be
And
true for
I'm
people who
saying-
lived in Germany at that time?
I'm sorry.
They didn't choose
Who
to be
lived
born
in-
in Germany. They just happened to be born in Germany. Your same argument you just
Yes,
provided
they
doesn't
shouldn't be
provide a
born-
distinction.
So they shouldn't be burning German flags, but a Nazi is a group. When you're born in Germany, you are not a Nazi. My great grandfather.
By the way, back at the time in which it was Nazi Germany, that was the representation of Germany at that time.
Yes, but that wasn't Germany. That wasn't my great grandfather.
What the fuck is this guy saying?
Yes,
Yes, it was. It literally
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't. My great grandfather lived in
was.
Germany
You
at
don't
that
think
time
that
and did not
that the H
associate with
man?
the Nazi
Hold
party.
on. He could privately.
So your guys'
Hold on,
argument
please
is
listen,
that
please
all
listen to this,
the
because
millions
history
of people who
matters.
lived
There
in-
are people in the
History
U.S. that don't
matters here.
associate with the American flag. Like,
Yes, in history, people could privately say they disliked the a Nazi regime, right? But they were still forced to be a member of the group. Why? Because it was a single party nation. It was the only party to join, and they forced you and said you must join this. And if you don't, you either get punished or we're going to societally pressure you to join. Many of the people who were subsequently brought to court said, I actually hated the Nazis. They made me do it. They forced me to join. I didn't want to join. They forced me to join, right? So your argument is not backed up by the history, because Nazi Germany was so pervasive in the area that it was, that they literally forced people to carry the flag, to carry the belt buckle, to carry the fucking card that said you're a part of this group.
So what you're telling me is because the nation's political stance at that time was Nazis, that means everyone in that nation was because Trump is
dude, that was just the flag representing the nation.
You're muting me when I'm making a point.
An idiotic point. That's why I'm muting you. You made
It's
a
the
dumb
point
point
that proves you wrong, and you don't want to hear it.
Okay, go for it, buddy. Go for it. We'll wait, and I'll just prove you right after.
It's just this whole thing y'all are saying. It's like if you were born in Germany, that does not mean you hated Jewish individuals and you wanted them all to die, and you were Nazi and you followed Hitler. That just means you were a German living in Germany during the power of the Nazi times. So right now, if Trump is president and we are under a Republican president, does that mean everyone in America is Republican?
No, because we are
No,
not
Just means-
no one
totalitarian. I
said
don't
that.
force
It
people
just
to join
means that's
groups.
who's in charge of our government.
No one
right
said that.
now.
No one's made this claim.
No, but you made the claim that all these people were Nazis, but they're not. It's only
I didn't make
people
it.
who
I
choose
did,
to
dude.
be
I
that.
made a claim that that's what the flag was that represented the nation. That's all the claim I made was. That's it.
And then he, Rockin went
Just call me
into
Matt. Just call me
the
Matt, please. Call me
Matt. I'm sorry, I didn't
That's
know.
okay. And that's all right. That's all right.
So Matt went into the whole thing about how he was talking about how in court they forced. So
I was, yes,
if they're
and
saying
I
they
was
were
responding
forced,
to you saying that no, that not everybody was a Nazi. Yes, we all know that. We know, which is why I added the caveat that people could privately not like them, but like socially they had to join because that's what dictatorships do. They make you join the group. Do you think everybody in China right now is
Hey,
like
Matt,
a
I don't mean to cut you off, but I don't think this is any of this conversation is at all relevant
okay.
to the very point of what I brought this. All I said was that it's just a flag that represents a nation. And you're trying to muddy the water and talk about random bullshit. That's nothing to fucking do with the point that I brought up at all. Nothing to do with the point that I brought up.
all right.
The
So
point that I brought
your
up was
point is
literally
it's
just a flag that represents a nation. Okay, that's it.
So the German flag represents Germany. Last time I
Now
checked.
it does.
It's not
Now
like
it does.
that flag.
But at that time, it was the Nazi flag. So I'm saying
At that time, the German flag exists, and it still exists today.
okay, I'm about to kick you because you're just too dumb to have a conversation with. Genuinely,
It's
like,
not
I don't
that
think,
I'm too
I don't
dumb,
even
it's
think a
you're just trying to
conversation is
say-
viable with you, dude. Like, I'm serious.
Jake, just
What
one
what is
second,
this? What are we doing right now?
Jake, you do know that the current German flag is not similar to the old German flag, right?
But you get was the current American flag similar, or the past? I'm sorry, past American flag similar to the.
But what's your point by making that? Because they don't use the Nazi flag anymore.
So is
we
the
don't use
Republican
the
flag the symbol of America right now?
No, it's the American
Because that
flag.
is the political
It's the
party
American
in
flag.
power.
It's the American flag.
Okay, so the political party in power in America is the Republicans, or Trump in the. So
if Trump changed the
Republican
flag of
flag-
America to a different flag, should it be illegal to burn that flag?
if it's like if it's yes, or I'm sorry, if it's should it be illegal to burn that flag? Yes. If it's like reasonable, if he changes
And
it
should
to
it
like
still be illegal
an
to burn?
elephant.
Should it still be illegal to burn the other American flag, the one that it was prior?
But see, Hitler never changed the official.
Dan, dude, I want him to answer this question really badly, really badly. If it was the case
All right,
that
what question?
Trump made a whole new flag for America, should it still
All
be
right.
illegal to burn our current American flag right now?
Our current American flag.
Yes.
Like you're saying, if he
Which
changed
would
to
have
a
been
new
the one in
one,
the past,
is it
yes.
illegal to burn the old one?
Yes.
The
Stars and
I would
Stripes.
say yes, because that is still representative of America.
Okay, exactly. So then, under your view, because it's representative of a nation, even if it's not the current representation of that nation, it should still be illegal to burn that flag.
Nazi Party
Under
was a
your
political
view,
party. Google it. The Nazi
it
Party
was
was
also
a
the
political party, not a
representation of
nation.
Germany at that time.
A political party in charge of a nation.
It was
is not
also
a
the
nation.
representation of that Germany at
Do you
that time.
understand the fact that a nation and a political party are two separate entities?
Yeah,
the
I
Republicans,
totally
the
understand that.
Democrats,
I
and
totally
America.
understand that. I never made that claim. Same as if Trump made a whole new flag, right? It would be the case that both of them, under your view, would be an American flag, right? It would just be the new flag that Trump created. I'm so confused. At that flag, that was the German. At that time, that was the German flag. Okay,
But it was
So-
never the flag of the nation. You're saying
Yes, it
Trump
was.
Yes,
created-
it was, dude. I can't
it
do
was.
this, man. There's no way this person's real. I had a
It
comment
was
I saw on.
forever-
Stop
it
talking
was-
for a second. Hold up, Jake. I had a comment on YouTube. I saw actually 2 of them where people were like, I just genuinely can't believe that Parker's show is real. They're like, I just can't do it. I can't believe it's real. And
I don't
you know
believe
what?
I'm real, frankly.
I feel you. I want to believe that what my live is not real, but it literally is. It's literally real. Like, I don't pay people to come on my stream. These are random
you just
people
like to
that just show up in
insult
my
people
guest
that-
box on everything I fucking love in my life. They're random people that show up into my guest box. It's fucking nuts. I don't understand how it happens. I wish that it wasn't the case. It's fucking unbelievable. It's diabolical.
So
It
you
is-
just want to insult the people who have different
No,
views as
Jake,
you.
no. We're just
But
trying to
this
make
is
you
what he's doing.
understand.
It's people who.
Jake, please listen. We're trying to make you understand, okay? Do you? Let me break it down this way. And Parker, tell me to shut up if you want me to shut up. But just
No,
let me,
you're go for it. Go
let
for
me
it.
let me just try to break it down this way, okay? Do you agree that the Nazi? I can't believe I'm having this conversation. That the Nazi flag represented the nation of Nazi Germany? Yes or no? That the flag was the symbolic.
It was the symbolic
banner.
representation of the political party in charge of the country, Germany.
Okay. Okay.
At that time, what was the flag of Germany?
The German flag that existed before the Nazi Party and after the Nazi Party. The only difference is the Nazi Party was in full power, so their flag is obviously plastered everywhere. It doesn't their flag, their
So
symbol,
you said
whatever.
the flag at the time of Nazi Germany was the flag of prior to Nazi Germany and after Nazi Germany. That makes
So if
no
you
fucking
look at
sense.
if you look at
That literally
the
doesn't
German
make any
flag
sense.
through the years,
You said the
when
flag
World-
underneath that time period wasn't the flag underneath that time period. What the fuck are you saying?
Please go Google the official
Me?
flag of Germany.
You want me to Google it? How about you fucking look it up, please? Look up your own source.
You
Look
keep
at it.
muting me.
Yes, I am going to keep muting you because what you're saying is
Are
ridiculous
you
and
this
absurd.
bothered?
Yes, I am bothered by this absurd argument. I genuinely am. Like, I can't believe you're
All
dying
right,
on this hill.
may I make
You
one
told
point
me to go
without
look
you-
it up. How about you go look it up for 1 second? I'm serious. Go look it up.
All right, I will. Was it kick me out of this if I swipe out?
No, it won't. I'll thank some people while you do that. Phantom, thank you for the $10. Thank you so much from Indiana. I really appreciate it. Thank you. It's diabolical, right? Warsaw, thank you for the $20. Thank you so much. Really appreciate Warsaw. Is also illegal to burn an American flag that has to be Trump stamped across it. Yes, that is literally Trump's executive order. And then Warsaw also, thank you for the $50. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your life hack. If you just repent later, you can actively do terrible things and just say sorry later, and everyone should regain respect for you. Yeah, that was the crazy view that last person held, or like a bit prior. That was diabolical. Literally, no matter what. He literally said he would support Trump, but no matter what.
And I thank you to Kate for the $2. Thank you so much. The links are in my bio, everybody. I have a Substack there. If you want to subscribe, it's free. It's great. We just hit 2,000 people. Yay. So that's great. And then all my other links are there too.
As well as Joe, thank you so much for the $5. Glampire, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much. Santiago, thank you for the $2. Thank you. Tyler with the $10. Seti, thank you so much for the $5. Jeannie with the $5. Thank you. As well as Maximilian, thank you so much for the £5. Thank you. For sure. I actually don't even have the Discord open at all anymore. Matthew, thank you for the $15 on PayPal. Thank you so much, Matthew. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Give me some W's for Matthew in the comment section right now. Thank you, Matthew. As well as Philip, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. By his logic, a legal immigrant can burn the flag because they chose to be here. I mean, that is also a valid critique of his point. Tony, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. Is he back? Hello? Jake, are you there?
Yeah, I know. I'm here. I'm just waiting.
What did your lookup end up with?
So my lookup actually, I didn't know this. So during that time, from the Nazi Germany reign, it started as a flag. It was actually white, black, and red, and then they transitioned into some like similar to the China flag. It's like big dot, like red, white. Yeah, with Matt, I'm sure.
So, do you know what the Weimar Republic was?
I do not.
Okay, that's the German Reich that directly preceded Nazi Germany. Okay, the Weimar Republic was still in power when the H-man joined up. He destroyed it by making himself dictator, and thus he replaced the Weimar Republic flag with the Nazi flag with the thing on it. That and that was the flag of the nation, of the government from 1935 to 1945.
Yeah, if you look it up, you can it literally tells you the first thing you look up what was the German flag during Nazi Germany, and it literally tells you. You also can look at Britannica. I mean, like there's the National Museum of American History. I mean, you can look all over and it shows this. If you did one search, if you actually did that search, you would have seen that. All right. Well, I mean, I don't know why he's disputing this. Like, I can't even believe that we're having this conversation right now. Genuinely, I don't understand. I actually like don't even know what reality is at this point. That guy, thank you so much for the $5.
Yeah.
Thank you for the membership subscription. Thank you, Tommy. Tony, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. Phantom, thank you for the $10. Thank you again. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And if
This
you're on
is
YouTube
why
again, make sure
like
that thumbs
history
up.
matters.
Seriously though, this is why we need to not defund the Department of Education.
Agreed.
Did you find your source there?
I was on Wikipedia, which I'm sure
No,
people
that's
are
fine.
on Wikipedia.
No, that's fine.
And what did Wikipedia say?
It's all it does is associate.
It literally says under Nazi Germany, if you look under the flag of Germany, under Wikipedia, it literally says Nazi Germany was the flag between 1933 and 45. Literally, that's what it says.
And if you're reading something, Jake, we can't hear you. By the way.
Yeah.
like,
By the way, we
if you're
can't hear you
speaking.
if you're out of the app. Tashid, thank you
I
so
thank
much
you to
for the
Nightblade. Thank you for
$5.
the,
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
I thank you,
Okay,
Nightblade, for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Nightblade. Okay, Jake, go ahead.
So yes, all I'm reading again, all these say is this was the flag plastered all around Germany, and because Nazi Germany was a dictatorship, meaning, I mean, you guys know what a dictatorship is, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Do you?
yes, I know what a dictatorship is.
Okay.
So Nazi flag was the flag of the Nazi Party during Germany in
Also,
World
the
War II.
national flag. I double checked because I looked it up too on Wikipedia because I wanted to go to your source, right? It says underneath the flag, it says the national flag of Nazi Germany and the representation of the Nazi Party. The same way that the flag of the Weimar Republic was the national flag of Germany at the time and of everybody within that flag. They replaced it. You don't replace something if that flag is only your political symbol. Why did they replace the old flag? It's because they wanted to get rid of the national symbol that represented the nation.
Hey, dude, you can just concede on this point. This is embarrassing at this point.
It's not embarrassing.
It
It's
really
embarrassing
is.
that you guys can't seem to like realize that the disassociation between the Nazi Party and Germany at that time.
No, Jake, this is what you're not understanding. And this is the last thing I'm going to say on it. And I think we do need to move on a little bit because we've been talking about the H-man more than I have in the past like 10 years. But listen, what you're not understanding is that the Nazi Party did not just have the flag for themselves, right? They didn't just say, "Oh, let me have this flag that I'm going to put on all of my like banners and everything," right? What they did was they took the old flag, which was the flag that represented the nation, right, for like 30, 40 years, right? They took that away and they replaced it with the party flag. So not only was the flag representing the party, which you are correct, it did represent the party, but it represented the nation because they made it the official flag of all Germany. The same way that if Donald Trump, for example, had a party flag and he got rid of the flag that we currently have and he replaced it with the party flag, that flag would both be a party flag and a flag of the nation. Do you now understand?
You're saying if Trump replaced the American flag with a party flag, it would become.
It would be, yes. If he got rid of, the a red, white, and blue flag, right, and replace it with a completely different flag, right? But that flag would not just be a representation of Trump and his party, but a representation of the entire nation. Now he can't do that, but if he did that, that would mean that flag is now our flag. It's the flag of America. The same thing happened in Nazi Germany. They invented a flag that represented the party, and then they replaced the old national flag with the party flag, thus making the party flag the national flag of Nazi Germany. Like, it's not that hard to understand that all they did was they took the old one, they said no more with this one, and then they replaced it.
I can't believe we have to go over this so much.
I think what you're saying is a very good point. I'm agreeing with you on like I get what you're saying. I understand that's a good point. But what I'm trying to tell you is H-man Hitler, whatever you want to call him, when he was in power, he did not go and officially say, this flag is gone. This is the new flag. It was never that. It was always
Yes,
just
they
this is
did.
the
They did
flag.
indicate
passed
that
the
it was the national
law.
flag. Yes, they did.
They passed the
Okay,
law.
Show me
I'm
the
done. Hey,
law.
Jake,
Show
I'm
me
not
the
having this
law.
I'm not having this conversation anymore. We could provide that for you. I'm not having this conversation anymore. This is crazy that you've taken it to this extent to literally run around the question about burning the flag. Like, come
Okay,
on, bro.
can I just
That's
You took
crazy
it
to
to
me.
this extent. You were the
Parker,
first one
you're
to
going to
bring up.
hate me,
You
and
like,
I know you hate me, but he challenged me to name the law. I'm going to name the law, and then we can
Go
move
ahead.
on. Okay, it was called the Reich Flag Law of 1935, where they replaced the Weimar flag with the flag that had the swastika on it as the national flag of the German Reich. Boom, September 15th, 1935.
Debunked, destroyed. Now shut the fuck up and talk about something relevant now. How about this? We'll just completely shift the topic. Why? Give me another reason why you support Trump. Fuck, dude.
like reason? What kind of reason? Like, there's a variety, but I'm sure there's something you want to talk about that.
Go ahead, just give me another reason why you can name. How about economics? Tell me why you think Donald Trump's economic policy is better than Kamala Harris's economic policy.
All right. I think, obviously, if we look at the Biden-Harris America, which I think Kamala Harris played just as big of a role, if not a bigger role, in the economics than Biden did, because I don't think Biden was in control whatsoever during his time as president. Sorry?
In what way did she play a role in the economics that made it worse?
Well, she was the vice president, was she not?
Yes, but in what way did she specifically negatively impact the economy? Like, name a policy she passed or influenced or advocated for that made
Well,
things
that's the
worse.
thing with Kamala Harris. There's no policies she's passed because she's accomplished nothing.
She actually had the most tie-breaking votes of any vice president ever, including the Inflation Reduction Act. So you're just like literally lying. I can also mention you plenty of other policies. Can you name one of JD Vance's policies that he's influenced to get passed? Can you name one thing he's done as vice president?
He's actually supported a healthy nation and a nation that's going in the right direction. Unlike,
so what has he done to do that?
well, he's
Vacation?
the vice president.
Sit on the couch?
Sorry? He's been where he needs to be and talking to the right people. Trump has
on the couch. Literally, he's been on the couch.
Just worldwide. Trump is. Did you see that the monks broke their vows of silence to nominate Trump for a Nobel Peace Prize?
Dude, I don't even know what you're talking about. Can you please? I don't even
Trump
know what the
has
hell you're
ended
bringing up.
6 wars.
We're talking about name 3 of the wars that he's ended.
Oh, I don't know the wars, but I can Google them. I don't know the name of 6 small
Name 2.
I don't know the names
Name
of the wars.
one of them. Name a single one of the 6.
I can Google them in a second, just like he found
So
that
he can't
law.
name a single one.
You
He
don't
can't name
know
a single one.
everything. All right, if you give me 5 seconds, I can name 6.
Go ahead, buddy. Carson, thank you so much for the 10 pounds. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Tommy with the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, for real. Thank you so much. Emily, thank you for the $10. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Get the W's for Emily in the comment section right now. Thank you. Wombly, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you, Wombly. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Get the W's for Wombly in the comment section right now. Thank you. Libby with the $25 on Venmo. Thank you so much, Libby. I really appreciate it. Get some W's again for Libby. If you want to support me, as always, again, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Linktree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as the pinned comment on my YouTube, as well as everyone. You can go check out my Linktree and you can see Matt's Substack there.
And thank you to Libby also for the $15. I really appreciate that, Libby. Thank you so much. And all of my links are also in my bio for the Substack and also for everything else, just like Parker's.
And if you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up, everyone. It helps get it out to more people. It really does. It really does. How many likes? Let me see how many likes we're at right now. I think we're at 1,300 likes. Let's try to get to 2,000, everyone. Let's try to get to 2,000. We have 3,000 people in here. We should easily get to 2,000. If not, we can easily get to 3,000 today. All you have to do is close out the chat and then click on the thumbs up. Oh, he's back.
All right. So am I good?
Yeah.
Okay. So they're
can't hear you when you swipe out of the app.
And our
what were they?
Yeah, I know. It's sorry. Armenian and I'm gonna butcher it. I might as well not even try.
It's
Azerbaijan.
Armenian and another.
Azerbaijan.
Okay, well he's got it down. So there's that.
No, he didn't. But okay.
Yeah, what did he do to end that? And like, what type
State.
of conditions did they agree to? Insofar as that there is like peace, I would love to hear.
It specifically, well, that peace treaty was signed at the White House. So clearly there was Trump's America's involvement there.
I think Matt wants to respond
And
to this.
both-
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah,
Matt.
sorry, Jake. I hate to to pop your bubble here, but it wasn't a
burst your
peace
bubble.
treaty. It was a agreement to continue talks in order to get to peace, but it wasn't a peace treaty itself.
Or a peace agreement. Yeah, that's what it says
Yeah,
specifically.
peace agreement, meaning that, and if you read the agreement, the a full text is online. If you read the agreement, it actually says that both sides commit to continuing dialogue in order to find a peaceful resolution to the conflict.
But
Meaning
there's no
Trump
war
mediated-
happening between those nations right
yes,
now.
yes. Right now, things have simmered down because they're talking, but that doesn't mean that they might not start back up. Which is why you cannot say that he ended the war, only that he brought both sides.
But here's
to
the thing:
come
I
to
don't
talk.
understand how we can have two nations at war, people dying, like people like women, children dying who aren't even like fighting the war, just because of this war. So many people are dying, and
Okay,
people
then
are
how
losing.
do you feel
everything.
about Donald Trump specifically supporting Saudi Arabia and their blockade over Yemen that starved and bombed over 70,000 Yemeni children? What are your thoughts specifically on Donald Trump literally being okay with Israel or engaging in a one-state solution specifically and taking over the entirety of Gaza and the West Bank? That's what he said. He said that they have the ability to determine if they want to.
Do you understand what's going on in Gaza, or what was going on?
Yes.
And how is that okay?
It's not.
How is it? So why is
Israel
Trump?
do you agree with me that
why is
Israel is
Trump-
committing a genocide?
Israel is committing.
He swiped out. Yeah?
Yes, I agree.
Okay.
Sorry.
Right. And Trump is allowing for the state in which is committing a genocide to annex the region.
It's not annexing the region.
He said that they have the ability to make the choice if they want to do it.
What was going on in Gaza is no longer going on in Gaza.
Wait, hold on. Did you make the claim, by the way, that like Israel is not going in to like take over Gaza? You have government officials who are saying it outright that their goal is to ethnically cleanse the area and to move Jewish settlers into the area. That is now almost basically the official policy of the Netanyahu government. When you have high-level cabinet officials saying it openly, like they're not even hiding it anymore. Like you have fucking Smotrich going on national TV and saying every day that now the idea of a people of Palestine is now dead, and now we are finally moving to cleanse, to clear, and to bring about a new settlement for the state of Israel. They are saying it openly. Like that's the policy, and you guys who like don't actually see that, you're losing people, because even people who agree with you are like, y'all are like they're saying on the open. I can't even agree with that, because people who would normally be on your side are like, yeah, I'm sorry, like they're saying the quiet part out loud now, and I can't even deny that like that's what's happening. Like and so I don't understand how you can deny that what is going on is both a like ethnic cleansing, because that's the official policy of the government now, but also by the very definition.
I never denied.
Seriously, do you think Gaza is in Iran?
I never said Gaza was in Iran.
Then why'd you just randomly bring up Iran?
Yeah, like why'd you bring up Iran?
Are we not talking about the wars that I was listing? The one I was on.
We were talking about how specifically Donald Trump is allowing for Israel to annex the entirety of Gaza and the West Bank.
and I said he's not. How is he allowing them to do that? You asked me if what Israel was doing was a genocide.
He literally said that he's okay with them making their choice on whether or not they want to take over all of Gaza and the West Bank. He literally said that.
Like, do you understand where Gaza used to be? Like, go back in time, what nation Gaza used to be a part of and where it is now. Like, look at a map over time.
Wait, I'm sorry. Are you trying to justify Israel taking over Gaza and the West Bank now?
I'm not justifying that. I'm just saying,
Sounds like you are.
Whether Trump says they have the ability to do this, he didn't say by what means, and he's not gonna let them go in and
He actually
racial
did say that.
crimes or
He said, "Go in and get it done with." Like he has greenlit everything. He hasn't come out and said, "How dare they
finish the job?"
Yeah, the job. Yeah, like he hasn't come out and said, "How dare they bomb like buildings where people around?" Did Donald Trump say anything and critique the Netanyahu government for bombing, for double tapping a hospital and murdering 5 journalists? Something that even they cannot even deny now that they made a mistake. Did Donald Trump say anything about that and say, Netanyahu, maybe you shouldn't be bombing twice hospitals where journalists are inside of them? Did he say anything about that? No, his silence
So do you think
is complicity.
You just think this is like a one-sided war? Do you think they're doing all these things and just there's nothing coming at them?
Not for anybody within Gaza. Not for anybody within Gaza, no. They have had complete control since October 8th when they moved in. Like 60,000 people have died. I don't understand how anybody can now not see what's clearly going on. There's a reason why they don't want journalists to go into Gaza, because they know that independent journalists who actually want to report the facts on the ground, that would just add more gas to the fire of people who are going to criticize them, because what they're doing is probably mass war crimes and terrible for the people of Gaza. And they're openly saying it now, by the way. I fully predict in a month or two, they'll just be openly saying it.
It's not Trump's job to decide whether terrible countries exist. Like places like North Korea or bad intentions countries, it is not Trump's job to decide whether they exist or what they do. It's what his goal and his plan has been is to end the fighting and the killing.
Then why do you tell the country committing a genocide that they can take over the region and that they should quote unquote finish the job?
He told them they could take over a region. You're acting like he told them and was like, take your weapons, go kill all these people, take over the region. He didn't say that. He told them.
He literally said, "Finish the job."
I don't know the specific.
What is finish the job? If you believe that Israel's committing a genocide like I do,
what did he
then
say
what
that
does he
on
mean
Twitter
by
or something?
finish the job? What does that mean?
Well, what's the context?
He said, "Finish the job."
What's the
to
so
Israel?
Did he tweet it or something?
He said it on national television in the debate.
So
it.
What did he say prior to that or after that? I'm sure he didn't go and say one sentence.
Literally what he's been saying over and over and over again. You're just not informed at all. You need to inform yourself, bro. You need to actually do research and look into things before you make claims in front of over 8,000 people, dude.
It's not that I'm not informed. It's just you're taking things so out of context and you're acting like now Trump is
how am I taking
out
of context? Wait, how am I taking out of context?
And the war.
He literally said finish the job. How is that out of context?
And I'm asking you to tell me what else he said, his entire phrase or whatever he said.
That's all he said. He said he wants Israel to finish the job.
He did not just say one sentence, is what I'm telling you.
That's literally what he said. I'm serious.
Yeah, and what did he say before or after that? It wasn't his turn to talk, and he went.
I'm about to kick you because you're being so dense, bro. That's literally all he said.
It's just this is how you debate this whole time. It's you make it sound exactly how you want it to sound.
No, I'm telling you the full context, and you just don't believe me.
I don't believe you're not telling me the full context. That's the thing.
What extra
Like,
context
if
do I need to provide? There's no extra context that's relevant for me to provide.
I promise you there is. Taking
Then
things out
go
of
find some research and tell me what I missed.
after this, I will promise you I will find that exact debate and watch it and see. Because
you'll see that you're wrong.
I'm curious. I see that I'm wrong. So you're telling me it was his turn to speak, finish the job, done speaking.
He said he
That's
wants
what
Israel
happened.
to finish the job. Yes.
I understand.
Nothing else that he said was relevant to bring up in relation to that point.
It was clearly relevant because it was all said at once. He could have gone, finish the job, but you have to do it this certain way or something. But you're just pulling the finish the job. Like, I have no clue what he said
You
in
know
that
what?
specific.
Do you want me to just let you go look it up right now, and I'll talk to someone else in the meantime?
No, it's fine. We can move away from that.
I doubt you're even ever going to look that up. Warsaw, thank you for the $20 on YouTube super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. They said literally they changed the Department of Defense to the Department of War.
So I was able to name one war. Do you want to hear the other 5 war or the other 5 out of 6
You
wars?
didn't name that was not a war in which they specifically came to an agreement of peace.
Yeah, but he started peace. He ended fighting and killing. I don't understand how that's bad. Like, how can you say
he
whether
brought
you
them
like
to
him
the
as a
table to
person?
talk. That's what he did. And now the same thing I likely would say would be true if the Biden-Harris administration were in office. If you'd like to give me any
But see, the
indication how the
Biden-Harris
other, if
administration
you'd like
just
to provide
started
me,
wars. If we look at Russia and Ukraine,
how the Biden-Harris
Biden-Harris
administration start Russia-Ukraine?
They did not start it, but they did nothing but add fuel to the fire.
Okay. What should they have done otherwise?
I think they should have addressed Russia directly, which clearly Biden
By
was
doing what?
terrified of Putin.
By doing what? How should they have addressed Russia directly?
How does Biden never directly meet Putin once in his 4 years? And
Because they know that they're not going to agree to anything
and have a face-to-face conversation.
There's nothing that he would agree to. For example, they violated the Budapest Memorandum, which was signed by Russia, right? They also specifically, if you want to reference, what's it called? My bad. If you want to reference the exchange of prisoners, Zelensky talked about that. So you're talking about sitting down to have peace. They did specifically talk. Like they were in the same area. Like I'm right about that, Matt, right? Like Biden and Putin were in the same area. They just didn't
Jake,
it wasn't like a peace negotiation or anything.
But I want to point out too, there's a reason why the Biden administration tried to exclude Putin for things, because we wanted to punish him for what he did. And what Trump did like last month by bringing him to Alaska was you give him an air of legitimacy by saying now Putin can come out from underneath whatever rock he is, and he can actually meet with people. That's why in China he was with 3 other people, one of them who was like an ally of ours, but he felt okay to go to China to actually be with Kim Jong-un, to be with Xi, right, and even be with Modi. Modi actually, and this is not related to like Ukraine, but it does relate to Trump. Trump is driving away our allies in such speed that we actually made great progress to bring India out of the sphere of China and into our sphere of influence. And because of these stupid ass tariffs, Modi now is going to China and actually cozying up with Xi and with Putin and with Kim Jong-un, and that is a direct like bad thing for us, because we want to have a good relationship with India, because they're the only other country that has like 1 billion people and that actually we can bring out of that sphere. That's another example of how by allowing Putin to come out and giving him any type of basic legitimacy makes other people want to actually join his side, which is exactly what happened last week when Xi and Putin and Kim and Modi stood there in front of a fucking military parade and showed off to the world, this is the new world order. That probably wouldn't have happened had like Putin not like been like very allowed to set foot on American soil.
Yeah, and Trump was like mad about it too. Trump said that they were conspiring against the United States.
Who?
He said that Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin at the dictator meetup.
Yeah.
He was mad that he didn't get invited to the dictator meetup.
Yeah. He's like, He's like, I hope you all have a great time while you're conspiring against the United States. Like, you could tell that he was seething because in that dictatorship, military parades actually do go off without a hitch, and they do look like fucking big and impressive. But that's because they're a dictatorship, and they will like beat and deny rights to anybody in their country.
I don't
like,
understand what part of him saying that they may or may not have been conspiring against America means he wanted to be there. That makes it just sound like
it's clear. You can see his jealousy through the. You can see his jealousy through the screen. Like it's obvious.
Dripped with like it dripped with like not like sarcasm, but with like, oh, I'm so happy for you, but also I'm like really mad you didn't.
Well, I'm glad you guys can read.
It's like Mean Girls. It's like,
in
I'm
some
so
way
happy for you.
believe, but what I'm telling you is he never said anything relatively close to making it sound like he wanted to be there. He said conspiring against America at a dictatorship meeting because historically America has never been fond of the dictatorships
until Trump.
I mean, would we say that's true?
Until Trump. So you're saying that America is upholding, or Donald Trump's upholding core American values of, getting close to dictators?
Not getting close to them. Keep what is the saying? Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. We're not signing like.
I'm sorry. Do you want to be? Is that why he was close with Epstein?
If you look it up, Trump actually publicly stopped hanging out with Epstein before Epstein even purchased the island. By the way, so
when did he purchase the island?
I don't know the year. Do you know? I'm sure you know.
You made the claim. You made the claim, and you don't even know when he purchased it. When
I don't know the dates. That doesn't mean I don't know the chronicle.
The island.
I don't know the dates. That doesn't mean you don't
1998. No, he was still friends with Trump.
Yeah. Well, both remember, Parker. Like Speaker Mike Johnson now tells us that Trump was an FBI informant. So that's their new goal now. Is that Trump's an FBI informant? He's actually behind the scenes doing things.
I mean, Trump literally just released another 30,000 pages. So I'm sure.
No, he didn't release that. The House did against his wishes. Okay, he still says it's a hoax. It's a Democratic hoax. It's totally fake. While people in the House are actually the ones releasing it because they fucking subpoenaed the federal government. Be like, hey, give us those fucking records. And he's like, well, I don't want to come in direct contact, so I'll give it to you. And then they released it. He doesn't want to release it. If he did, then he would have released it months ago. But he didn't. Why? Because he's probably hiding something.
So basically your entire argument is based off of no evidence conspiracies, but when I'm telling you the evidence,
you think we have no evidence conspiracies? Really? What was the evidence?
I tell you, the evidence is in the 30,000 pages of documents that just got released, and
and that's not even all of them, by the way. But then why?
That was no new, right?
Pray tell, why is it that then when an undercover journalist who is on a fake date with a DOJ person, and the DOJ person says, well, what we're doing is we're going through all the Epstein files and we're redacting all the Republican names and Trump's names, and we're leaving only the Democratic names so that when they get released, it's only going to be bad for the Democrats. You have a DOJ member on tape saying that. If that's not a conspiracy, I don't know what the fuck is, because we actually have it on video.
So what part in that does it say Trump? He doesn't mention Trump being on the island.
Wait, hold on. So when Trump says every single day that the DOJ is mine and it's under my control and nothing happens without my say so because Pam Bondi does what I say. Now you're saying that when they do
was
something.
Was that a date with Pam Bondi, or was that a date with someone far below?
Who do you think runs the DOJ? Pam Bondi. This dude works under Pam Bondi. And who does Pam Bondi report to? Donald Trump.
How do you know that guy wasn't lying?
Because he came out on X. Because he came out on X and said, "Well, I didn't really mean to say, and here's what I actually meant, but I wouldn't say it." He didn't know he was being recorded. He had no reason to lie. He had no reason to lie because he was on a date and he wanted
conspiracy that would tarnish Trump's name.
Why would he lie in that way?
He was on a date. He thought that date was asking him questions he didn't know him, and he was trying to impress his date because that date was pretending to be like a staunch, person like, well, what about these like Epstein files? Is Trump going to be okay? And then he's like, well, don't worry, we're actually going to scrub all the names from it and only have
or that
Democratic
could have
names.
just been.
By the way, what
journalist
was
he
the
was
name
in
of
contact
the
with,
reporter? Right? What was the name of the reporter? Because I want to give them some fucking amazing credit for that.
Well, the reporter, yes, but she works for a shit company. So she works for a fucking James O'Keefe, who's a POS. Like, he's not a journalist. He's somebody who does like hatchet jobs and stuff. So yes, what like she did was good. I'm saying that what she did was good.
I want other journalists
her
to do
employer
that.
is shit. So yeah, I'm gonna have to look up her name because
yeah, what's it called? I want other journalists to do that. I think that's incredible. Like ideas for journalism. Like, yes, go on to Hinge and try to like go on a date with with all these people and get information from them. I think that's amazing.
Since we're on this topic of, people coming out and saying things, and since they're against Trump, we're just going to automatically give full power to them and believe they're true, whether or not he could have been lying, or there's no evidence that he was telling the truth. Like,
no.
zero whatsoever.
What I'm saying is that this adds another layer to why Trump does not want to release the files, because he has been so adamant about not releasing them, how they're all a hoax, how they're all fake, and that we should, not care about anything, and that everything he does, as with everything in his life, the more that he does and the more things come out, it adds a new piece to the pile about why he is most likely probably guilty of something. The same applies, by the way, whenever we say things like, you know what, he's probably done a lot of like bad things in his life. Why? Because we can cite X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D, and we can keep going down the list. And at some point, it becomes so big of a pile of bullshit that you're like, yeah, obviously he did something, because there's so much there. The things he says, the thing he does, the thing he talks about, all of that, it adds up to a pattern. And we're like, maybe that's just who he is. And maybe that's just how he is, which is why we say things that he has a bad character. And that applies here too, because his statements and his actions tell me that he's trying to hide something, because I cannot think of any other reasonable explanation for why he is so adamant about not releasing those files.
Yep.
So if there is so much there that they're covering up, why didn't the Biden administration release any of it in their 4 years, knowing that Trump was still going to be a competitor in the Republican?
I don't know the answer to that. Maybe they were trying to protect some kind of like a member of the Democratic Party. Fuck them all. I don't care. Like, yeah, I say that's bad too. Like, if it names a fucking high member of a Democratic Party, like fucking Bill Clinton, so be it.
By the way, they did release it, and the cases were sealed. Right?
Yeah, but even if they didn't release it, and even if, and I'm simply saying, even if they did try to protect some high-level person, like say like Bill Clinton, that's bad. And I will say that's bad, because I don't care about any of them if they did something wrong. But what I'm saying is, right now, don't give me a like, well, what about? Right now, Donald Trump is president, and Donald Trump has said for years, I will release the Epstein files. We must release the Epstein files. And then as soon as he gets in power, he all of a sudden says that it's a hoax, that it's not real, that like we shouldn't care about it. Maybe that's because he actually empowered the people who do want it released, and then he's like, oh shit, my name is in there, and maybe it's going to say bad things about me. Maybe I don't want to release it. And so he says a lot of things that make me and millions of other people believe that he's trying to hide something.
So, all right. So basically all our arguments here, which you can make the same argument about what I'm saying, but nothing either of us are saying are built upon concrete evidence. Like nothing has
wait, we do have
there's nothing evidence. I can say
what is considered concrete evidence under your view?
Under my view, concrete evidence is something that beyond no doubt, or whatever, beyond reasonable doubt.
So do you accept the felonies against Trump because it was determined to be beyond a reasonable doubt?
I think if that's a whole nother topic, if you want to get into that, but I think the felonies against Trump, I think there was so much that was ill-advised, that there was so much bias present in the court. If you,
well, hold on. Well, you just said that
the
like
judge,
your standard
the judge
is beyond reasonable doubt.
was specifically picked and chosen to be, which I mean, I feel like that speaks for itself. But What I
So,
what
so
one
Donald
point I
Trump
did
was
want to make.
determined to be guilty. You said that the jury was biased against him. What evidence do you have that the jury was biased? And it was beyond a reasonable doubt, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Your standard.
Yes. So I'm saying the fact that the judge, the person in charge of the court, is specifically picked by the government in charge at the time, which is the Biden-Harris
No.
administration.
They're assigned randomly based on the location because it happened in Manhattan, and so it's assigned to the judge in Manhattan, and whichever judge is on the docket is the one that gets it. Like that's how it works everywhere. Like they don't say, I want that judge and I want that judge. They can go to a
But
location.
this trial
and
was
get the
specifically
judge.
chose to be having in this exact place.
Yes, because that's where the crime happened.
This judge is, like you said.
Yes, because under law, unless there is a good reason to move it out of the area where the crime happened,
But there's no
you
good
have
reason
to
because
hold
we're
it.
going against Trump, right? I mean, we can't just
No,
give him
he
someone
did the crime in
unbiased
Manhattan. Therefore,
who isn't
Manhattan is the
publicly
venue.
affiliated with one political party or another.
No, Manhattan has it's a minority, but they have like people on his side there. It's not as if it's like 100% Democratic.
It's a very small
One,
minority.
it's not 100%. Secondly, Donald Trump's lawyers were part of the jury selection process. Plus, you would just say that you don't accept any jury determination against him in New York at all.
I didn't say I don't accept.
So he can just live in a blue
determination.
state, and then no conviction would you accept?
I'm sorry. Live in a blue state and
do
that
a crime in a blue
Yeah.
state, and then when he gets like goes to trial for that crime.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
no blue state, nope.
And I also never said I don't accept every single felony. I'm just saying there is undeniably bias present in that court, in that entire situation. The
You
process.
would think anything is biased against him. You don't base that in evidence. You don't base that in reason. You base that in your feelings. You just feel like everyone was out to get Trump because literally everyone determined that he was guilty. I mean, it was beyond a reasonable doubt, and you didn't accept that. That was literally your standard. You're such a hypocrite. It's unbelievable. When there is concrete evidence, he still doesn't accept it.
So I don't understand what the concrete evidence was. The concrete evidence was that
beyond a reasonable doubt jury determination.
And that, so you believe that every single felony charge filed against him, he got proved guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
Proves guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
Bias
Yes.
whatsoever present, with no.
There's bias in every court, but no extra bias in this court. That would mean that it would
That's ridiculous.
make
I
the
feel
results
like
invalid.
So we can go and do past court rulings that have been extremely biased and have been reversed just throughout
Which ones
history.
would you not accept?
Off the top of my head.
Can't name a single one. Huh?
I mean, no, because most of them have been reversed, and I'm not. It's not my. What I'm trying to do here is not prove to you what court cases are biased. It's why do I?
You don't even know how to determine whether or not court cases are biased yet. I use your same standard of concrete evidence. You didn't accept it again. So you're just a hypocrite. You're honestly a cult member, to be honest.
See, that is the most.
Is there something Trump could do that would get you to stop supporting him?
There's plenty of things he could do.
Like.
If he like things that make you an evil person, I feel like such as if he murdered someone in cold blood for no good reason. If he,
so like specifically them drone striking a group of people specifically without due process.
It's him carrying out as the chief executive,
him supporting Israel that is starving people in Gaza.
Him handling overseas wars as the president of the United States is different than from him walking up to a man on the street and stabbing him in the chest.
Okay, so somehow that's different to you, right? All of these circumstances, do you think that's not murder? If he drone strikes your house, would that be murder? Wait, I have a question. If he drone striked your house, would that be murder?
If he drones, yes, because it's not. My house is not an active war zone that he.
So by the way, he drone striked a boat that was not in an active war zone.
Or are we talking? Are you? I'm sorry. Are you
process.
talking about the recently the drug trafficking boat?
Yes.
So we are fine with So look up. I don't know the exact number. How many?
Or we
how
can
many
also
people does-
reference the innocent fishermen that got killed specifically in North Korea.
innocent fishermen. I'm not aware
like
of
they
that.
they sent
Enlighten
a
me.
Navy SEAL operation specifically to North Korea
2019.
in 2019, and it is the case that they unalived fishermen specifically that were in North Korea that were non-combatants.
Yeah. It just came out like last week or something that
So what
that
was the provided reasoning for that? Because I'm sure
they were going in, I believe, and I could be wrong, but they were going in to like extract something or like to get information, and they didn't anticipate meeting anybody on their path, but they ran into some fishermen and they engaged them and they unalived them, and it came out that the people that they unalived were just like random fishermen who were just like doing their job on the on the sea and everything. So they like literally like murdered like some like innocent people. Like that's not a joke. Like I'm not even joking about that. I'm being totally serious that they were at night. They mistaken these individuals for like North Korean soldiers or something. I have no idea, but they just started firing and they unalived them.
So
and then tried to cover it up.
Yeah, and then they and that's a scandal, by the way. This should be like a scandal. Like they covered up.
No, I will say
a SEAL team operation that unalived innocent people.
If what you're
and
saying
put
is
us at
what
risk
you're
of
saying,
war with North Korea.
Well, I feel like we are at a constant risk of war with North Korea.
I think that's
just
a
based
heightened.
on-
Do you agree with me that that's a heightened risk of war with North Korea?
Yeah, I think yes, I do think that caused a temporary heightened risk of war with North Korea. But I think we are all.
And by the way,
always
the people
at
in the chat, these are two separate incidents. We're not talking about the one in Venezuela with the fishing boat. This is a 2019 failed operation.
Can we go back to that
came out.
one in a minute after we talk about this?
I did bring that up before I talked about the one in North Korea.
Yeah.
Like that we were specifically talking about North Korea right now.
Yeah. But so I don't know. So did Trump directly order that operation to North Korea?
To my
He
knowledge,
did.
yes.
So I'm not knowledgeable on this situation. So
Who else authorized
don't-
it?
Sorry,
Who else authorized it?
is Matt googling it?
No, I'm
Oh.
no.
Oh, sorry. Well, I
I'm
don't
reading.
know. I have no clue.
See, I'm a
But-
librarian, and when I don't read things, I get like the shakes and I get like anxiety and stuff. So I have to read all the time. So that's a joke. It's a joke. I'm just joking.
Brad, thank you so much for the $4.20. Jessica, thank you for the $2. Joy with the $2. Sydney, thank you so much. I appreciate the $5. Thank you. Sydney said that they would send me $150 to kick, and I was like, you know what?
Oh shit!
I would totally take $150 to kick them.
Yeah,
right now. I'm not gonna lie.
They can send it to me, and I'll kick them. I don't give a shit. Yeah, fuck that.
I've talked to them long enough. I'm like, yep, I will totally take that.
Nice.
They sent 150. Sydney, thank you so much for the $150. Thank you so much, Sydney. Give me some W's for Sydney in the comment section right now. Holy shit. Thank you so much. I was near the end of the conversation anyway. Thank you. I really appreciate it, Sydney.
Yeah,
thank you.
W to them. Yeah, W Sydney. And I think it a
Handart.
bread for the I think it a bread for the $5 for the fix to read something. Thank you, Brad. I appreciate you. Thank you, Brad. And W Sydney.
W's for Sydney in the comment section. SIDNEY, everyone. Just letting everyone know. Thank you. W's for Sydney in the comment section right now.
I thank you for the hearts. Thank you.
Alrighty. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. I actually don't have it on the screen quite yet. There we are. Yo, what's up? How old are you? So the next person, only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18.
What's your birth year?
2005.
That doesn't make any sense. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. We are just looking for some debates. Alrighty, let's go on to the next person. Warsaw, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you, Warsaw. Thank you. Let's go on to the next person, everyone. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Yo, what's up? How old are you? Alrighty, let's go on the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. Let's go on to the next person. Give it a second. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up, everyone. We have 3.1 thousand people in here. We should be able to get up to 3,000 likes, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Me, I'm 32.
Do you support Donald Trump? You cut out what? I can't hear you when you swipe out of the app. Do you support Donald Trump?
Sorry about that. Yeah, I do.
Okay, why so?
Oh, I got more of a question. Why do you support Joe Biden?
Would you like to answer mine first?
Why do I support him? I mean, because I want to say them damn stimulus checks.
Okay. You know you got a stimulus check under the Biden-Harris administration, right?
Right. Okay. No, I want to. No, really, what I wanted to ask you, the reason I asked you why you like Joe Biden was because
Joe Biden wasn't the last candidate. It was Kamala Harris.
Okay, Kamala Harris. My bad, Joe Biden. Whoever it was, we didn't really know at the time. You know,
We
didn't know who the real president was. But regardless, well, whoever it was, you do realize they pulled out of Afghanistan, withdrawed all our troops.
Trump set up the agreement.
Left millions of dollars in equipment back.
So are you saying Trump wouldn't have given anyone any weapons to defend themselves to the Afghan government?
We're talking 3 Black Hawk helicopters. You know, them are $5.9 million alone. That's taxpayer money.
So anything that was left over specifically,
Hold on, we're not done.
anything that was left over specifically was stuff given to the Afghan government for them to defend themselves against the Taliban. Trump again set up this agreement in the very first place, which gave 5,000 Taliban fighters back to the Taliban. Which some of them were involved in the attack specifically that led to the death of service members in conflict at the airport.
Yeah, them. You're talking about the 13 members that died, the 13 U.S. troops that died. Are we talking about them?
Yeah.
That was all under Biden and Harris.
It wasn't caused by the Biden-Harris administration, but
and I mean, they
yes.
were in president. They were president at the time. Were they
Okay,
not?
So are you saying so? Okay, so then do you blame? Okay, so then
Yes,
so then you must blame Trump for the 65 service members that died in conflict under his administration, right?
They sure did, huh? When
Yeah,
did
so
they?
there were 65 that service members that died in conflict under the Trump administration and 16 under the Biden-Harris administration. So you must blame Trump to a greater extent because more service members died under his administration.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. But regardless, the point I was making is they're both crooked as fuck. All of them are. Regardless.
Okay, so why do you like Trump?
Man, I mean, I really don't. I just wanted to ask you how you felt about that situation. I knew you wasn't.
So
gonna
you
say.
don't actually support Trump?
I mean, I don't support none of them, man. They're all fucking nuts.
Let's go on the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen. We are just looking for some debates.
Thank you to Bread. Oh,
go ahead.
Sorry. Oh, thank you. Okay. Thank you to Bread for another $5. And thank you for subbing to the Substack too. Thank you. Thank you to Courtney for the 10. I really appreciate that. And thank you to Ann for the 20. Saying that it's not 150, but it is something. Yes, it is. Thank you, Ann. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you.
Miss Bottom, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. Don't forget to like the stream chat. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Warsaw again, thank you for the $10. Thank you. London with the $2. Thank you. Waka, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. Sarah with the membership subscription. London with the $5. Good day. Good day. OOG, thank you so much. Really appreciate the membership subscription. Bread with the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. You did miss a lot. Yes. Lori, thank you for the $5. Thank you. Feist, you with the $5. Jacob with the $5. Thank you. Alrighty. As well as thank you for the $20. Thank you so much, Warsaw. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Let's get some W's for Warsaw in the comments section. Thank you. Alrighty, let's go on to the next person, everyone. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. We are just looking for some debates. Let's get the next person up here, please. Everyone, only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria on the screen, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. We are just looking for some debates. Please, everyone, only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
21.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes.
If you could go back in time and either vote for Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, who would you vote for?
Donald Trump.
Okay. Why is that?
Because Donald Trump didn't sleep with his boss to get an advancement.
So who did Kamala Harris sleep with to get an advancement?
Her boss.
Who?
Don't know the exact name, but
So
do
you don't
do
even know who they
cocaine with
are, and yet
Hunter
she slept with them to get that.
Biden?
How do you know this happened?
Bye, guest. Bye. Bye, guest.
Do you
Bye.
like transgenders?
Oh,
You're attracted to
Parker, kick
trannies,
him.
aren't you?
Parker,
Weird.
kick him. He said a drug. He said it.
Oh,
He
thank
said
you.
the name.
I didn't even hear.
No, you're good. I was trying to do it, but he was just saying so much. So
Alrighty, let's go to the next person. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
That's your own shit.
Do you support Donald Trump? Country, are you there? Hello? Country, are you there? Hello? Do you support Donald Trump? Hello?
country, are you there?
Oh, they just left. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello?
Hello?
Okay, I said hello as soon as I kicked him. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat and the pinned comment on the YouTube, as well as in that link tree in the bio, you can check out Matt's Substack, everyone, and also support him through his links in his bio. Destiny, thank you for the $5. Thank you. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Yo, what's up? How old are you? Delia, thank you so much for the $10. I do have a bit of a cold still. I'm recovering from it. The last 2 days were a bit harder. Today, I feel a bit better, honestly.
That's good. My cold lasted like a week, and it had like lingering effects after. It sucked so bad. Probably
Yo,
wasn't even
what's
a
up? How old
cold.
are
It
you?
may have been like something else.
Yo, what's up? How old are you? Alrighty, let's go on to the next person, everyone. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen. We're just looking for some debates. Alrighty, let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request again if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. Oh, this is a troll name. Let's go on to the next person. Only
Thank you
send
to
a guest
Myra.
request. What's up?
I thank you to Myra for the $10 on Cash App. Thank you so much, Myra. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Alrighty. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request again if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request again if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, I'm 25.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I have that reaction too whenever I hear Donald Trump's name. I just start screaming involuntarily. It just, it just kind of happens.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
32.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I do.
Why so?
Many reasons, mostly anti-left. I don't like where the Democratic Party has gone. We've kind of gone over a couple of these things. One thing I just want to kind of touch
Have
base
I talked to you
with
before?
Yes, we have talked before, but it got cut off because your show was ending.
How long did I talk to you?
We were talking for about 20, 30 minutes.
Okay, I definitely talked to you enough.
I thank you, Amy, for the $3. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And thank you for the kind message. Thank you.
Kimberly, thank you for the membership subscription. Thank you, Kimberly. So let's tap that screen here on
delay.
TikTok, everyone. We're almost at 1.5 million likes. Let's get it there. Let's get it there. If you're on YouTube,
Nice.
hit that thumbs up, everyone. I think we're at like, let me check. I think we're at 1,700 likes. Let's try to get to 2,000, everyone. Let's try to get to 2,000. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, Parker, you want to?
Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 20.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah, I do.
What's your birth year?
2005.
Oh, they said 5 as soon as I kicked them. I'm sorry. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes.
What's your birth year?
06 December 15th.
Okay. Why do you support Trump?
Because he's taking all the immigrants out.
Why do you want immigrants to be kicked out of the country? What the hell?
Because they don't need to be barging in our country.
What do you mean by barging into our country? You mean legally entering our country or just coming to the country for
Yeah.
a better life?
Yeah, no, I mean, like, I don't want them in our country.
He just left. Okay. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria on the screen.
Delia, thank you for the $10. Thank you so
Hello.
much.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Thank you, Delia.
24.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Why do you support Trump?
I think he's probably the smartest candidate we've had so far.
How so?
So, hold on.
And he left. He's like, nope, can't
Yep.
do that. And thank you
No,
to
no basis for him being the smartest candidate. Maybe that's a bit
Yeah.
of a.
Yeah, probably. Thank you, Amanda, for the $5 too. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me.
It's just diabolical in general to like try to associate.
Oh,
Trump
everybody
with
too. I just
being
want to
smart.
say too, because I have connections, and because I'm special. I don't pull it out because it's not my business, but I have people too that I also have one that I put stuff in. Just saying. Just saying.
Crazy. Joshua, by the way, thank you for the $50 on YouTube Super Chat. Can we get some W's for Joshua in the comment section right now? W's for Joshua in the comment section right now. Matt with his own Trust Me Robook is W.
I do, yeah. There's only 2 in existence, so I feel kind of special,
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo,
You know,
I'm 25.
if I were to sell something, I might do that actually.
Oh yeah,
The
they're
Trust Me
easy to
Robook.
do. Yeah. You should. I'm telling you.
Maybe we should,
telling you.
chat. If you really want me to do it, let me know in the comments section, everyone.
Yeah,
'Cause
you
that
really
might be
should.
something I end up deciding to do. Maybe I
I
would.
think it a key for I think a key for the $1 too. Thank you for the message. I really appreciate it.
So, shamefully, how old are you?
25 years old.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes, a lot.
What's your birth year?
2000.
2001 month.
Oh, August 30th.
August 30th?
Like last
Okay.
week. Mhm.
Okay. So why do you and you said yeah, okay. So why do you support Trump?
Ever since the grab her by the pussy phase, like ever since he said that, I don't know, like everything he's been saying is just really smart. Like that's really good advice.
Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. We are just looking for some debates. Only
Thank you,
send a guest
Stephanie,
request.
for the $10. Thank you so much. Thank you, Stephanie. Sorry, Parker. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
You're good. Don't worry. Let's try to get the next person up here, everyone. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria, everyone. Seems like MAGA is
Stephanie.
scared to debate. Push the hand hard. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Went on.
Hey, I'm 29.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes.
Okay. Why do you support Donald Trump?
I would say mainly because abortion.
Okay. What about abortion?
Well, I mean, I'm mainly against elective abortions.
Okay. Do you think it should be illegal?
Elective?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you mean by like restricting it, then sure.
Okay. You think it should be illegal? So if someone gets an abortion, they should be sent to prison?
I'm not sure about that. Like, what I mean by like restrictions, I mean, you can do fines, you can do, you know.
So okay, so you think someone should be fined for getting an abortion? How much should they be fined?
I
Do you think
I don't know.
abortion is
Mine
murder?
is
Do you think people
yeah. I
should be
mean,
fined for murder?
no. Sorry. Let me back this up. I'm a little nervous. So my argument is more from like a moral standpoint. So I guess I'm against elective abortions, particularly because I think it's the unjustified killing of a human life. So if it's not, you know, like rape or life of the mother, like if there's no good reason to end the life, I don't see really any justifiable reasons. Most of them I've heard, I just think they're forms of like moral discrimination.
Well, if you think it's
I mean, I
wrong,
haven't heard.
does that mean it should
Mhm.
be illegal? And by the way, did I talk to you yesterday?
No.
Have I talked to you before?
I've talked to you like months ago, but we didn't actually debate. We just chatted a bit.
What? I don't just chat with people on the live, so
I know. If you want to know, it was the first night you came back from like taking a long hiatus. So
I don't even think I just had conversations then. I still debated.
no, you did, but it was more of a conversation.
About what?
Okay. You know, I am still going to go into the next person because that still was, I mean, that was after the election even.
Yeah.
So I am going to go into the next person. I appreciate you coming up. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? Okay, let's go on the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? Bro, someone calling me a knockoff Dean in the comment section is crazy.
That's wild.
That's diabolical. Remember that? You remember that when Dean
I
would
remember when
actually
it was
get
the
those
reverse.
comments?
I remember it was the reverse when Dean was a knockoff Parker.
Parker
That's
clone.
yeah, Parker
Yo, what's up?
clone.
How old are you? How old are you?
23 years old.
Do you support Donald Trump?
What? Yes, for Trump.
What's your birth year?
2002.
And you said you're 23?
March.
What month? March? Okay, why do you support Trump?
March. Well, because the border is in incredible shape, you know it.
Okay. Due to what policy of Trump? Actually, hold up. Wait 1 second, real quick. Amen. How old are you? Amen. Come back in the live. I can't hear you when you swipe out of the app. Oh, they left. They must have just trolling. Sorry, what were you just saying? Romney's the one.
I was saying that the border is in incredible shape, you know it.
In a Hey, dude, I just want to let you know, like, it's one of the criteria on the screen. So, like, when I say to people, right, like, they have to meet the set of criteria to come onto the screen, like, to the stream, right? They have to, and if they don't, I do kick them from the stream.
All that says is
if you're gonna
one
act
time
like
only. It
I'm
doesn't
sorry that you
specify.
can't. Can you not follow
Don't
rules?
crash out. Don't crash out, dude.
I'm not crashing out. Can you follow rules?
Yeah, but that literally says one time only. It doesn't specify what one time only means. It just says
What?
currently MAGA, one time only.
One
rated.
time only?
Hey,
You
let
don't
me
know what
specify
one time
because
only means?
One time
About
means
what?
you've only been on this live one time and debated me once. Right? You
Oh, well, you
can't have
should
debated me
specify that.
before. You can only do
I
it
mean,
one
I
time.
get it. I get that you can't articulate your points.
I'm sorry, you
for
can't.
being in
You
favor
can't.
of
You can't.
illegal
Okay,
immigration.
I think it's embarrassing that you couldn't identify what one time
It's
only
embarrassing.
means.
I got you on video.
Isn't that
It's
embarrassing?
embarrassing. I got you on video saying people should be breaking the law and coming illegally. That's what's embarrassing. You're advocating for.
By the way, I don't have an issue with people coming to the country undocumented if they haven't committed a violent crime or bad crime. They should
You're
be given a
advocating-
pathway to citizenship in those contexts. I have no
You're
issue with that.
advocating
I
for
understand that
release-
you're a fan and you want to find more content for your page because you have no other content on your page. But you going onto Dean's stream and debating me and Dean, and you have something of pickles there.
You guys got
But
destroyed.
that's practically it. And
mean,
then you're also
everyone in
like
the
rage
comments
bait
said
because
you
it
got
literally
destroyed.
says MAGA won because of people like you. Like that's just you totally rage baiting.
It's 100% true. Like you convinced so many people to not be liberal, not be Democrat. I'm an ex-Democrat myself. I'm still a registered Democrat, and people like you really convinced me to like really question the things that I believe. Because it's like if me and you agree, there has to be an issue. Because you're advocating for people to lose their lives, come here illegally, and break the law.
I'm not advocating for anyone to lose their lives. When did I, wait. When did I advocate for people to lose their lives? What the fuck?
If you go watch that video, you say that people should be able to break the law because it's necessary. So if you're starving for food,
I never said it's necessary, but I don't know what you're saying.
Go watch the video.
I never said people should lose their lives.
Break the law. People should be able to break the law as long as it is necessary. That's what you said on that video, and I think it's embarrassing.
Let me clarify the view. If I did say, I don't remember saying that, but the context of my view would be that anyone who comes to the country undocumented should be given a pathway to citizenship. I would prefer that they go through the legal process, right? But that legal process, it can take too long. So in plenty of the circumstances when people do not go through the legal process, I think they should be given a pathway to citizenship where they do not have to leave the country. Because I don't think that the legal process should take years to get into the country legally.
Okay,
Also,
so if
again,
me and
like,
you are in the line,
I understand that you want to keep debating me. You're gonna say that
me and
like,
you are in the line.
hey, dude. I understand you want to like keep debating
My
me,
stuff
and I
first.
get
Can
that.
I cut you in line?
Hey, dude, I get that you want attention, and I get that you want to come on my live again, and you want to keep debating me, and you're gonna try and use like the fact that like I want to genuinely engage, and like you're saying that like, oh, you're getting destroyed is like a basis to like try and stay up on the live because you don't have attention from anyone else in general. But I do want to like uphold the fucking basis of my stream that you've already been on the live and I've already debated you. Is that fair? Is that fair for me to do that?
You honestly have lost so many views. I'm not even recording this live. Like I could care less if you kick me. I just think it's fun to just.
Okay. He said he cares less.
Yeah.
Warsaw, thank you for the
Marie,
$50.
for the,
Thank you so much,
11
Warsaw. I really appreciate it. Thank you for if you and me agree there has to be an issue, quote unquote. Is the problem here? Can't we find room for common ground? Seriously, they don't want to find any room for common ground. They said it was bad for us to agree. What? If you agree with me, that means that you would be good, right? Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yeah.
By the way, he says that I lost views as we have 8,000 people watching this stream.
Yeah, I know. I thank you, Marie, for the $11. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Oh, and a very good message. Thank you.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I love you. Going to Scotland, son.
Let's go to the next person, everyone. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria. Brad, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. That's crazy. That's crazy. Jennifer, thank you for the $1. Thank you. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo, what's up? I'm 20.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Nah, bro, I'm Canadian.
Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat, as well as in the pinned comment of my YouTube, everybody.
And I thank you, Amanda, for the $2. Thank you so much for the $2. Thank you. It means a lot to me.
WW. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria on the screen. Ron, thank you so much for the $2. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Ron. Yeah, what's up? How old are you?
20.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Oh no.
Okay. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria.
Oh, sorry,
Only
Parker, I had my
you're good. Don't worry.
There's a, by the way, chat. There's a lag, so like when I speak, there's like a 1 second lag, so it sounds like I interrupt him. It's just a lag. So, but thank you, Anthony, for the $10. Thank you so much.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
26.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your birth year?
1999.
Okay. And what month?
June.
Okay. Why do you support Trump?
Because I think he's the best president we've had in decades. And he's the first person to not be. He's the first person to not be like a politician.
Like not be a politician? Every president is a politician. Can you define politician?
You know what I mean by that? Like he was like an actual human being, like businessman.
Every politician is a human being. I'm sorry. Do you believe in reptiles being politicians or something?
You're smart, Parker. You're smart. I think you know what I mean. By
you need to clarify what you mean.
He's
what is a politician?
In a long time to have like actual jobs in business and
actual jobs. What is an actual job?
No other president. Like
okay, I'll give you a relevant example. Who was the president before Trump?
It was Joe Biden. But can you tell me what an actual job is? Because Joe
Joe
Biden had an
Biden
actual
do?
job.
What did Joe Biden do most of his life?
He was a politician.
Public servant.
Yeah.
Exactly. He worked with
Is
the
that
public.
an actual job?
Okay, get away from that one statement I made. What I'm trying to say is instead of working in politics for many years, many decades, he's had jobs in business where he was dealing with politicians. So I think he
bankrupt 6 different businesses?
Why are you bringing up one thing? He obviously was successful overall.
Can you name one good businessman that has 6 bankruptcies outside of Trump?
So you're saying because he filed bankruptcy 6 times, he's bad at business?
Yeah.
But he's a billionaire, though.
Because he inherited $400 million from his dad, accounting for inflation.
Okay, that's a really easy argument that a lot of people make, but if you really dig into it, it's really stupid because if you give most people in America $400 million, they're not going to do what Trump did with it. And that's not actually the only reason.
But if you give someone $400 million, and it is the case that half their net worth is Truth Social because they were president of the United States, I don't think that's a reason as to why specifically like they would be such a good businessman as to why they should be president. That's ridiculous to say. Melody, thank you for the $5. And Andrea, thank you so much. Really appreciate the $15. Shoot some W's for Andrea in the comment section right now. Thank you.
I don't really understand what you just said, but my point was that most people in America, if they were given $400 million, they would not turn into a billionaire. They would
But I don't think most people in America are going to be president or are going to be like up for president. I also don't think that we would say most people in America specifically, right, are like, you know, qualified to be president. Most people are like apolitical, not really involved in politics. And those that are involved in politics, not everyone is specifically going to be qualified to be president.
Okay, yeah, great. But the point of that statement was to prove that Trump's smart and he's good at business because you were trying to attack. I was just mentioning that he was good at business and that's what sets him apart as a president that didn't work in politics. And then you went right into saying he's bad at business, and I told you that he's not.
But no, to clarify, you just said that he wasn't a politician earlier, right? And that he didn't have, or he had like an actual job.
He wasn't a politician.
Hey, let me please finish.
Good.
Okay. You said that he was smart. You said that he had an actual job, as if politicians don't have actual jobs. And then you also said that he's not a politician. 1, he is a politician. 2, both sides had actual jobs. And then 3, he's not fucking smart at all. He's an idiot.
But I just
give you
proved all
examples if you'd like.
On the same thing.
Would you like me to give you examples of him being an idiot?
No, you just talk. Let me just talk quick. What I meant was before he became president, he was not a politician. Biden and Obama were politicians most of their life. Trump was the first president in a long time to not be a politician his whole life.
Okay, would you rather vote for me or Trump?
Trump.
He's been a politician before. I haven't.
Okay, that's just that question doesn't prove anything. That doesn't just prove my point.
So you're saying it's based on ideology as the reason as to why you support the kid. So you're saying ideology
is because he was not a politician.
What is a politician? Define it.
You already defined it. Somebody that works with the public.
What? Somebody works in government?
With
If
the
it's somebody
public,
that works in government, Trump works in government, therefore he's a politician.
Wait, no, yeah, not every person who works with the public is a politician.
Seriously.
Social workers work with the public.
You're the one
They're
that
not
said
politicians.
that. You're the one that
No,
said.
I said Joe Biden was a public servant, which is somebody who serves the public. But you can be both a public servant and a politician. But just because you're a politician does not mean that you're a public servant, and vice versa.
Okay, we can debate the definition of politician. I'm saying that Trump wasn't a politician before he became president. He worked with.
Yeah,
he
and
was a
before
businessman.
every politician was a politician, right? They weren't a politician.
Well, Biden was in My point was he wasn't in politics his whole life like Biden. Like, stop
Biden wasn't president or in politics his whole life either. Neither was Kamala Harris.
Wait, let me ask you, what does it mean to be in politics? Like, because Donald Trump has been speaking about and hinting at running for president
In 2000.
for decades.
Yeah, he ran in
no, not even
2000.
2000. He talked about it like way back in the fucking 80s. Like he's been
Mhm.
hyping it up for a long time.
Talking about-
And he's been talking about politics for even longer than that. So maybe he actually was involved in politics. You just don't mean that he served as a politician, but he's definitely been involved in politics.
Okay, yes, you're definitely making my point sound more clear. Yes, I agree with those statements. But like, do you not understand my overall point? Like, that's one reason why I think Trump is
No,
one of the-
because I understand what you're saying, but the problem is that it makes no sense because people who are politicians, just because you're a politician does not mean you're bad. People can serve as politicians and be good people and actually serve the work of the public and saying, I don't want a politician. It just means that you have a corrupted view of what a politician is because some bad people happen to be politicians. Not all politicians are bad people.
Well, you're being extremely naive. Most politicians are honestly bad.
No, I'm not being naive. I'm being real. There are good people who are politicians. There are also bad people who are politicians. Saying that they're all bad people or they're all good people, that's being naive.
Correct, but unfortunately, most people in politics are bad people in
No,
America.
that's being naive. I'm not going to say that. I'm
Not
saying
being
I judge everybody individually. I'm not going to judge them based on the group. And so saying that I don't want a politician, and by the way, I do actually want a politician in there because I want somebody who has the expertise and the knowledge that has been built up over decades in the government, because you don't understand how much actual work it takes to know shit. Like, there are senators on these various committees that have been there for decades, and they are some of the most knowledgeable on the actual issue that they study. That's why term limits can be bad. It's because you need institutional knowledge to do a good policy making.
This country's not gotten better for decades. It's gotten worse. And you want to talk about term limits being possibly bad? They're the
No,
best
I'm saying
right
that
now.
many of the things. No,
Politics are
you
9
totally
years old.
obfuscated what I just said. By the way, what I just said, I never said that the country has gotten better or worse because of it. I
We're not even
said,
talking about what-
dude, come on. What I'm saying is that one of the negative factors of term limits, not that I'm against them, I'm saying one of the negative factors is it lowers the amount of time that somebody has in the institution to actually learn on the job and become an expert in what they're studying, because it takes so much to be able to know and to be able to legislate that. Do what?
Corrupt. Because that's what they do. Look at all the people in Congress that are more than 60 years old. They've been in there way too long, and they don't have the best interests.
I agree with you.
The country,
Yes, Monk. I do agree with you. No, I'm in favor of term limits. Actually, I
Okay,
said
good.
I was giving you a critique of them because that's what I do for a living. Like, I look at, like, is there a good thing or a bad thing? I'm saying one of the bad things about saying that all politicians are bad or that we should have term limits is the fact that it actually takes down the institutional expertise that someone gains over time. That's why Joe Biden, as a senator, was so good at what he did, was because he's been there for so long. He could cite you laws and cite you like straight, like basic minutia that no one else would know because he studied and he knew what he was talking about. That's one of the reasons why he was a good senator for Delaware.
I would not call Biden a good senator or a good person or a good anything by any means. He was in politics his
Well,
entire
then
life.
you're just biased. Then I'm
He
sorry,
learned-
but then you're
not
just sheer
biased.
bias because Joe Biden was a very effective senator for the state of Delaware. He just
He
was.
changed his views 20 years ago. His views were the complete opposite of where they are today. If you don't understand that or know that, you're just naive.
Same thing with Donald Trump. 30 years ago, he was a Democrat who was pro-choice and all this other
He's-
shit. He changed too. What's your point?
To clarify, Trump's views and values have stayed the same his entire life.
They have not.
What?
They have
That is such a
not.
lie.
That's a lie.
What a
Democratic
fucking
Party to
insane take.
Republican
What
Party.
seriously? What an insane take.
We'll talk about it if you want, but he switched parties, but his values stayed the same. Biden was the complete opposite. I can give you 10 examples, but one example is there's so many videos, you probably don't see them if you're not
Bro
watching.
has no clue what the fuck he's saying.
Multiple areas. I know exactly what I'm saying. There's a
Oh my
video-
god!
There's a video
Oh,
of
no,
Biden-
quiet. Guess I'm gonna shut you down because I don't do this a lot.
Same
Rich,
thing with
oh,
Obama.
fucking Warsaw. Holy fucking shit! Thank you for the $250. Oh my god! I can't. Thank you so much, Warsaw. Holy shit! Everybody in the chat, W Warsaw for like 10 fucking minutes. Thank you so much for the $250. I'm speechless. I don't actually know
W
what to
Warsaw
say.
in the comment section.
And
right
thank you
now.
to Bread also for the $5. I love you, Bread. Thank you so much. But Warsaw, holy shit, man, 250. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say other than thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. Thank you, Warsaw. Thank you so much, man.
Can we get some W's
okay,
for
guys, you can
Warsaw
go
in the
back to it.
comment section
Yeah.
right now? Seriously,
Thank you so
W's for
much.
Warsaw.
I really appreciate you. Thank you so much, Warsaw.
All right. I sent them an invite to unmute. Welcome back. You were saying?
I was saying you're great at cutting people off when they're proving your points wrong.
Hold
Hey,
on,
dude,
I'm
he was
sorry.
saying thank you.
I'm going to defend. I'm going to defend myself here, Parker. I'm going to. When someone gives me $250 fucking dollars, I'm cutting off anybody. I don't care if it's Parker that's talking. I'm going to cut him off. Like that's a lot of fucking money. Okay.
Yeah.
And sorry, Parker. I'm just saying. No, that's a lot of money. Okay.
That's a lot of money.
I am very. So yes, I'm going to cut you off for that kind. I'm sorry. I am. Like I just am. Maybe for Parker, I'll be a little bit nicer because he's my best friend. So for him, I'll be nicer. But like for you, dude, I'm cutting off.
Trump switched from Democratic to Republican Party, but his values stayed the same. And you just called me wrong, but you didn't actually give me any reason why you think you're right. Like you just trashed Trump's character, but you actually don't back
Restate
it
your
up.
point then, and I will critique your point. Then
Okay,
restate your point.
Biden. My point was that Trump stayed the same with his values. He just switched from Dem Party to Republican. Biden, on the other hand, I said, always has been a Democrat, but his values flip-flop based off the decade or what narrative he's trying to push.
Please give me concrete examples.
One example is there's videos of him being extremely racist and extremely homophobic back then when that was politically.
Oh, you mean Donald Trump?
Okay, so
narrative
yeah,
to push.
are you referencing Donald
No,
Trump?
Biden. No,
You're
Biden.
referencing Donald Trump saying that black people have a trait of laziness, or you're referencing Donald Trump calling for the execution of the Central Park Five, even though they've been exonerated based on DNA evidence? Are you
No,
saying him
I didn't
specifically not
reference any
renting
of
black
that.
people in the 1970s? Are you saying
I didn't
him saying that
reference any
Kamala
of
Harris
that.
turned black,
He's
indicating that
just
she
wrong.
wasn't black prior? Are you saying that Donald Trump specifically referencing Barack Obama said that he was born in Kenya with no evidence when there's a birth certificate of him born in the United States to undermine him being in the position of president? Because those are all things that are racist that he's done, that he hasn't recanted, that he hasn't gone back on, that he hasn't changed as a person. He continues it to this day.
Did you mention the quote about him saying that black people are like by their nature like lazy and stuff?
Yeah,
and then,
yeah.
And then when he was
I did
like
mention
fucking
that.
called out for it, he's like, well, that sounds like something I would say. Like, give me a fucking break, dude.
He's gonna get mad that I muted him.
Mm.
You gotta unmute yourself because
Thank you for the heart. Thank you.
I actually can't even send you an invite to unmute yet.
And thank you to Bread for another $5. Thank you, Bread. I love you, Bread. Thank you so much. It means a lot. W Bread.
He has to unmute. I gotta wait 14 seconds to send him an invite. All right, we'll give him a second, everyone.
Monk, press the microphone at the bottom of your screen. Hey, there we go.
It just told. Really, you love the power to meet people. I love it.
I knew he was gonna do that. You're so predictable. It's actually unbelievable.
Is it?
Yeah,
I think you're
I just predicted you.
This is the first time I ever did a live on TikTok. I didn't even know you can meet people.
Yeah.
Honestly, it makes sense.
We can
Who
kick.
can say where the road goes?
So I think you just named a few hot topics on let's make Trump sound like a racist, but I can do the same thing to Biden.
Trump is a
And that's why
racist. You cannot
That's
do
why you
that.
dove into that. I started mentioning facts about Biden being a shitty racist homophobe, and then
You
you
can apply the
immediately
same thing to
attack
Donald
me.
Trump.
We can reference that Joe Biden has done things in the past that we consider racist, which we agree with, that Joe Biden has done things in the past that are racist. We can acknowledge a difference between Joe Biden and Donald Trump based upon Joe Biden acknowledging what he's done, trying to do better as a person, and actively advocating against those things, right? Joe Biden has taken accountability. Donald Trump has not done that. And Joe Biden has actively tried to change his behavior. Donald Trump has not actively tried to change his behavior. Secondly, the candidate for president was Kamala Harris. It's Kamala Harris versus Donald Trump. If you care about racism at all, you would not vote for Donald Trump. You would vote for Kamala Harris in that scenario. When you swipe out of the app, we can't hear you, man. Can't hear you when you swipe out of the app. If you're on YouTube, everyone hit that thumbs up. Let's try to get to 3,000 likes, everyone. I think right now, how many likes are we at right now? Let me check. I think we have about almost
1.9.
2,000 likes, everyone.
Yeah.
Let's try to get to 3,000 likes, everyone. I'd really appreciate it. Let's try to get to 3,000 likes. Christian, thank you so much for the $10. Happy birthday, Christian. Libby with the $25. Thank you so much, Libby. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Put some W's for Libby in the comment section for the $25. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Seriously, though, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Libby, with the $25. Thank you so much. Yeah. Section for the Yeah, he literally said, I still believe in choice in that. Send a guest links in his link tree in his bio as well.
Yes.
Let's go to the next person, everyone. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria on the screen, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Thank you, Luna, for the $20. Thank you so much, Luna. Thank you.
How old are you?
True, Luna, true.
The only people that like Biden are faggots, niggers, and old
You're
people.
disgusting, dude. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen. Oh, it sounds like this person is driving. So let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request again if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request again if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. Only send a guest request again if you meet that set of criteria on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, what's up, man? I'm 27.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Oh, yeah.
What's your birth year?
98.
Marie, thank you so much for the glowing jellyfish. Thank you. So why do you support Trump?
He gave me a good plug on some ZA in this area. So
let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. We are just looking for some debates. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 20.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Of course.
Why so?
Because he's the best president we've ever had.
What makes you think that?
In his first term, he did so much better than Joe Biden did.
Okay. Can you name
He's
one?
going to raise jobs by 18% in 3 years. That's my guess.
You said he's going to, your guess? Well, the jobs reports have been so bad. They've been below expectations and estimations by like multiple times. So the likelihood that's going to happen is extremely low. We've seen unemployment increases. Trump got in office. We've seen real GDP.
Stop lying. We know they're fudging them.
We'll just give them. We'll give them the rest of the 3 years. I think it's going to turn around. For sure.
Wait, they're fudging numbers?
Yeah, that's ridiculous to say because you're saying that the person that was doing that also revised the jobs numbers 3 weeks after Harris launched her campaign to the degree of 818,000.
Not just that, but like Parker, the job numbers that came out. No, the job numbers that just came out on Friday. This came after the firing, and the person in there is the person that Donald Trump appointed in the interim. Meaning Donald Trump's own person that he appointed just literally like 2 weeks ago said that the job numbers are terrible and bad. So,
but we're gonna give them time. You gotta give them time.
You gotta give them more time. You mean to destroy the country even more?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you got to go
Yeah,
back.
give
and
him
go
more time
forward.
to destroy the country even more.
You got to go back before you go forward sometimes.
So we have to lose thousands and thousands of jobs before we gain thousands and thousands.
No,
of
we
jobs,
were
right?
already going forward without losing that much, so that's ridiculous to say.
But we have to go back a couple more thousand, and then we will gain.
Okay, you're totally
what we want
trolling. You're
back.
totally trolling.
Go Kamala.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
Let's
you're
go
right.
to the next person, everyone. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. We are just looking for some debates. Yeah, that's such an indefensible position, right? Such an indefensible position. Literally, the person that was appointed by Trump still indicates this. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
What's up, Parker? 56.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Why is that?
Because for national security and closing the border, that's why.
Okay. Can you name one way in which closing the border benefits our society?
What do you mean one way? Keeps illegals from coming here and draining our resources. But we do have to
Undocumented
take care of them
immigrants.
when no illegals.
Undocumented immigrants, please don't be dehumanizing.
Oh,
Undocumented
all right,
immigrants,
okay.
specifically
Undocumented. I'll
coming to the country,
I'll partake.
actually provide more resources to the economy than they take from it. One, they don't actually qualify for any federal services. Secondly, undocumented immigrants.
They do
have a
with the
higher labor
states.
force
They actually do with the
participation.
states. You know that's not untrue. You know that's untrue. They do take freaking Medicaid and state benefits from the states, which are provided by the federal government. Correct?
No, they don't specifically qualify for any of the programs.
They do.
That
The
are
states, when
specifically
the
through the
sanctuary cities
context.
do give
Can I
them,
please finish?
Can I
please
give them
finish?
SNAP. They do
Can I
give
please
SNAP
finish? Can I please
benefits
finish?
and
Can I please
EBT
finish?
cards. They
Hey,
do.
can I please finish? What you're
No,
referencing
I mean I can
is
always get Tumblr back up here to dog walk you again.
who?
You know, Tumblr.
Who's that?
Oh, you know Tumblr. He dog walked you, bro.
I have no clue who this person is. Name one point they beat me on.
Tumblr. He beat you on the economy and how you should accept some of Trump's policies. I mean,
What point on the economy?
he's way better at this than I am. I just came up here and say that he dog walked you,
what point on
and
the
you
economy?
do have girly arms, and you do have girly arms. You remember him now?
I'm sorry, I don't remember that, but no. Why would you specifically be like misogynistic? That's like really weird to say that like you're trying to insult me specifically.
Okay.
One, for saying
Okay.
that I have girly arms. Two, you understand that the reason why I'm skinny specifically is because I literally have eating issues. So like making fun of me for being skinny is like not a good look.
No, I didn't make you fun of you. I'm saying
You just
making
did.
sure that you remembered. You said you didn't remember Tumblr, and I say he actually said that. You almost dropped him for that. I didn't say it was right.
You literally just said you agreed with that. Didn't you just say you agree with that?
No, I said you have girly arms.
Yeah, that's you.
Do you
saying
remember that?
And what does that imply?
Do you remember him saying that? You didn't let me finish. That's what I was saying. Do you remember him saying that?
You said that you
Tumblr.
agreed with him.
Yeah, I do.
I can play back. The
Yeah,
audio.
you do. What does that then imply?
That he's skinny and have girly arms.
And what's wrong with being skinny and having arms that are
I don't
quote
know.
unquote girly? Like, what
Well,
the fuck does that mean?
obviously,
And he told you
doesn't
why.
imply
he told
any-
you,
doesn't
he told
imply
you
anything.
why
It
he's
just means
skinny, and
I'm
you're
making
like,
I'm making an observation. Okay, I didn't know you had eating disorders. My bad.
Okay, that's fine. You can just acknowledge it. That's not a big deal.
I apologize on that part.
That's why you
So,
also just in general shouldn't make fun of people for being skinny. You should make fun of people's body type in general, in that degree. If you want to reference like the point of the economy, you can tell me the point of the economy that you think that they beat me on. I'd love to hear that.
No, I mean he did. I mean I watched the whole thing. I'm not really versed on the economy because, like I said, I only voted for Trump. For
No,
two
can you
things.
name
That was
one
national
point he
security
beat me on terms of the economy, though?
free capitalism.
What about free capitalism?
Yeah, he said that he was trying to get you to acknowledge that Trump is a free capitalist, and you said there was let me see if I can remember. You said you believe in free capitalism, but there's like three things that you.
Trump isn't a free capitalist. We literally gave explanations for that. One, he wants to take specifically people. He wants to take percentage.
No, I mean,
of
what did
intel.
you say though? I mean, you said that you believe in free capitalism.
Dude, can you listen?
Correct.
Is it possible for you to listen?
No, I mean, I want to know those three things that you said. Could you actually believe in free capitalism? Remember? And the three things. What did you say?
So I don't believe in totally free capitalism. I believe in capitalism with social safety nets and regulations.
That's what it is. Social safety nets and regulations. I remember that now. Okay. What would those social safety nets be?
Like Medicare, Medicaid. I believe in Medicare for all, actually. If you want to reference food stamps, I believe food stamps should exist. I believe in unemployment insurance, paid maternity and paternity leave. paid vacation leave.
So you
We've been
think that
putting
people who can
universal
work shouldn't?
childcare.
So you think that like generational welfare is okay?
I think everyone should have access to basic